Falcon fans, and of course, Atlanta Falcon fans. You already know what it is. You already know what to do. One time for the fan, we back, man. Talking some Atlanta Falcons football, Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, Amazon Podcast, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all the good stuff. Never none of the bad stuff. T-Will, where do I begin, man? Let's go straight to you, man. Former ATL Sports. One time for the fan, T-Will, how is everything going with you, sir?
You sound like you doing shout outs at an award show. It's all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff.
Right.
One time for the fan. Shout out to America. Shout out to the Falcon fans. Let's go. No, I'm kidding, man.
Shout out to Death Row. You want to be all in your videos? No. A little shook for you. T-Will, former ATL Sports. One time for the fan, man. How's everything going, man? How's everything going? We haven't talked in a couple days on the podcast. We've talked off air, but not on the podcast. So I'm sure the fans and everybody wants to know how T-Will is doing. Platform is yours, sir.
Hey, man. I'm just like everybody else, man. Stunned, shocked. Yeah, man. I mean, who knew our season would end up like this, bro? I mean, guy, you could have won a lot of money from T. Will if you told me at the beginning of this season that we'd be 3-7, and that Penix would be gone for the rest of the season, and just that the season would have gone like this. Like, dude, I would not have believed it. But here we are, and hey, man, I think it is our job as fans, as content creators, to try and make something positive out of this, man. I mean, it's incredible. Look, Penix is out for the rest of the seasons. We got, oh no, Nico Collins, I need you to get up, buddy. Sorry.
Somebody got the parlay going right now.
Yeah, man. I need Nico Collins for about 2 more receptions. Come on, man. Come on, Nico.
Remember, if he doesn't finish the game, they should void him out. So it just would end up as a reboot. But I know T-Will doesn't want no reboot. He's trying to get that money.
I want that shmoney.
I want that
shmoney.
That cheese, that moolah.
that what do they call it? The Skrilla, the what do the new kids call it now? The guap, right?
The guap? What? T-Will said what?
Am I late? Am I late?
Guapo?
Call it guap. Y'all still call it guap?
The loot? Are you serious? Hey.
The cheese, the cheddar.
Falcon fans, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button. If it's your first time here, you can head over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Also, tag your Falcons friends. Share it with your Falcons family. Go ahead. Smooth season here, roasting. Smooth C, you been hanging out with Craig? Huh? You been hanging out with T-Will and Carrie and the crew? Like, what is going on? Where did this roast come on? You in the group chat with Eric Parker or something?
Oh wow!
Smooth C, where did this come from?
Oh wow!
Oh man, now I gotta start getting on Smooth C. Matter of fact, is Smooth C like Smooth Craig 78? Is that what it is? Just want to make sure now.
Wow. It's spreading.
Yeah, it's definitely getting out here with the roast of Jack and the rest of the crew. But big shout out to Miss Carrie.
What up,
one time for the fan. Big shout out to Bodie 3000. One time for the fan, holding it down. Full proof over there, holding it down. Yeah, chat is live. Chat is lit already. But once again, if you're in a Facebook group, Twitter space, or Discord or wherever, go ahead and share it with your Falcons friends and family, because we have a lot to talk about tonight. Yes, we missed the Sunday show at 8. Yes, we missed the Wednesday show at 8. A lot of stuff has been going on with me, and of course my job and work and everything, taking care of some stuff I got to take care of. But then again, last week too as well, we missed the show after the Falcons came back from Berlin. So we've been away for a minute, but now that we're back here talking Falcons football with you all, I'm sure there's a lot that you all have to say on the channel. Of course, One Time for the Fan is from the fan for the fan. There's going to be no breakfast with One Time for the Fan show tomorrow because I'll be making my way to New Orleans at that time. Yes.
Nowlands. You going to Nowlands.
Even at 3-7, I'll still be stepping foot in the bayou, in Stinky Town, to do what I have to do as a fan, which is rep the Atlanta Falcons. Now, and of course, have a good time. You know how it is. Doesn't matter what the record is. We still going to show up. We still going to show out. Fans are in the chat talking Falcons football. The fans are in the stands. We'll get to that shortly. But T-Will, I'm glad that you're here tonight talking Falcons football with us, because at 3-7, T-Will, there is a lot to go over. And I'm sure fans in the chat here too as well have a lot to talk about because, like you said, T-Well, who expected this? Beginning of the season, like I don't want to say we was going to bet the house that the Falcons would be
in the playoffs,
or this could be their week to go ahead and smack up on the Saints and put them out of their misery and then get prepared for what? The playoffs, or get prepared to win a division, or even have a chance at making the wild card. But T-Will, on Sunday, losing to the Saints, you could end up being one of the worst teams in the NFL right now. And that's the disappointing part, because I did not expect none of this to happen. Not even going to get to the situation with Penix right now, but just what's going on around that with the head coaching thing, with the Atlanta Falcons fans not really giving much respect to Raheem at this point in his coaching, carousel, whatever they call that shit. Then you have the Zach Robinson situation that fans are not too heavy about, being the OC here. And now you got some fans even calling out, what we said it before, the Arthur Blank, Brix McKay type of thing too as well. Of like, where is this going to go? So T-Will at 3-7, fans start pointing fingers. They want to know who's to blame. And of course, when you have a team that's not doing well, and T-Will, this might hurt everybody here in Atlanta, but this is going to be like what, the 8th season or what, the 9th season of a playoff drought?
8,
right?
Yeah. 8 seasons.
You really get to that point of frustration amongst the fan base to where people are arguing amongst each other and about saying you're right, you're wrong, X, Y, and Z, kind of like the Spider-Man meme where they're both pointing at each other, because everybody wants to get their point across of what is next to happen for the Atlanta Falcons. And I'm kind of concerned over a couple things. I've voiced my frustration over a couple things, of course, in the chat with you all. Big shout out to Miss Carrie. Big shout out to you yourself and Bodie and A1 and, a lot of other Falcon content creators that we talk to. I mean, I don't know, T-Will, what the future is right now of the Atlanta Falcons, because, T-Will, we don't even have an identity. The culture is like, it's going away like smoke in the air here in Atlanta, to a point where you saw Sunday at the bench. Let's not even go back to that Colts game, because we missed that show too as well that week. We was going to do like, Falcons Fly High in Berlin type of podcast and come back with a win. And that didn't happen. And then you have the Carolina game on Sunday where you saw what happened when we go into overtime. And we lose that one too as well. And T-Will, the fan base is fed up. And like I said, when you're sitting at 3-7, there's not much positivity that's going on within this fan base.
No.
Because they know that it's not only, T-Will, a long season ahead. Now, I'm not saying that they're automatically done. I think there's like a 2% chance that the Falcons can still make the playoffs.
Yeah, they're done.
Okay, so there goes that positivity I was trying to put.
Yeah, look, there's delusion and then there's positivity. And
okay,
I love our Falcons, bro, but you'd have to have a whole lot of folks lose a whole lot of games. I mean,
right. A lot of different scenarios have to happen for the Falcons to even make the playoffs.
Correct.
Like you said when the show started, T-Will, nobody expected this in November. What's this, Thursday, November 20th?
Yeah.
With about a month and some change left to go. How many games left to go, T-Will? 7 games left?
Yeah.
7. That you can count the Falcons out at this point. We talked about this weeks ago. We was like, can we go on a 5-game win streak, a 7-game win streak, a 6-game win streak? Yeah. Do something to get the goddamn train back on the track.
Yeah.
But apparently, T-Will, that is not going to happen from what fans are saying, from even what some of the analysts are saying, from the people that cover the Atlanta Falcons across the NFL. It's a disappointing time here in Atlanta. A lot of frustration, as I mentioned before. And we got to go around to the fans in the stands here to find out what they are saying about the Atlanta Falcons. What are their thoughts? And that's what One Time for the Fan is all about. Now, we can preach this positivity 24/7, but there are fans that are going to say, Jack, T-Will, stop the cap. We're not that good. Jack, T-Will, stop building us this hope for the future when we don't even have a head coach that we can trust, an OC that can go out there and call plays to get our quarterback and our team down the field, a defensive coordinator that's given up 400 yards passing to Mighty Mouse. It's unacceptable.
To Mighty Mouse.
It's unacceptable.
It's to Mighty Mouse.
But T. Will, I don't want to go back in times to 2016.
Oh man.
But I have to go back in time to at least the beginning of the season.
Okay.
There was a lot of things that we looked at on paper to even coming out week 1 and losing against the Bucs in the fourth quarter. Up until this point right now, where we're 3-7, 5-game losing streak, just lost our quarterback. Fans already know that they don't even want the head coach here in Atlanta. T-Will, what the hell happened between week 1 and what are we in with? Week 10? What the hell happened here, T-Will?
I think that I think that I don't think we had a very good plan. And I think we thought that we were better than we were. And when I say that, I mean from an offensive coordinator perspective, I think we thought that we were better than we were. And we're obviously not. Look, it takes execution at the quarterback position. It takes execution at receivers, at the offensive line, at the running back, tailback, tight ends. But most importantly, you got to have a solid plan going in. And it just seems like at times during this season, we didn't know what we were doing on offense. There are a couple of games Bijan was like, yeah, we weren't prepared, or we weren't prepared in a couple of games. You know what I mean? Or we overlooked teams. So that's discipline. And to me, our offense has been a deficiency. And ironically, if you would have told any of us at the beginning of the season that your offense would be the problem, we'd say no. Kerry and I had many conversations where we were like, oh, if we can just hold them to 20 something points, if the defense can just do that, our offense will score 28, 30.
We mentioned this earlier this season that the team was going to be expecting to score 20 points or more per game. And T, I don't think we're even near that on average.
I think we're at 18 points a game.
Okay.
At 18, 19. We're not. If we are at 20, we're not. We're right at 20. We're not. You know what I mean? We're not 28, 30 points a game by any stretch of the imagination. It's a problem. It's a problem. So, I don't know, man. I think, to me, the lesson in all of this is you should have started with an experienced offensive coordinator and an experienced defensive coordinator. There's certain things you just can't cheat your way around, right? And
it went to the problem of last year where it was Jimmy Lake's situation.
Mm-hmm.
Fans were looking at the offensive coordinator situation like, we'll let Zach Robinson slip by on this first year.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right. Mm-hmm. We'll get better. It'll be in the second year next year. Matter of fact, it's getting to the end of the season. Penix is in. He has a whole off season to work with Zach Robinson. It's going to be much better next year. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, Jimmy Lake, fans already knew the first year of Jimmy Lake by Carolina game, he was out the door. Fans knew that. You get to the next season now, T. Will, and now you have this offensive coordinator problem.
What's that?
That fans are highly upset about. But yeah, T, will continue. I didn't mean to get you in there, but I'm just piggybacking off what you're saying because it's just disappointment across the board. But T, will?
TV and give me 1 sec.
You're good.
I gotta play Uncle here.
Okay, you gotta play Uncle. Gotta do your thing. Falcon fans in the chat. So, what went wrong with the Atlanta Falcons this season? Right, you see, Jack Spade's not even as hype as you normally would get me, knowing that I am heading down to New Orleans to go rep these birds. What went wrong with this team? Because you're seeing it across social media, from the fans that are speaking on Facebook to Twitter to even the comments on Instagram underneath some of these posts.
You guys got to figure out how to share. Okay,
they're calling out.
You got to figure out how to
everybody from the coaching staff to even calling out some of the players. Like, what is going on here in this fan base? Atlanta Falcon fans, smooth season in the chat.
Okay,
talking about, did I pick up the leaf blower? Smooth C over here cracking these jokes early in the show. Big shout to Smooth C. That's what it's all about. Oh, you got a special guest in the house.
Say hi to the little brat, because that's what she came up here for. Say hi, little brat. Say hi. Say hi, Claire.
Fist bumps, Claire. Fist bumps. Fist
Fist
bumps.
bump. Give Uncle Jack fist bump. There you
Bam.
go.
There you go. What's up, Claire?
Okay. All right. Say hi. Say hi to America.
Claire is about to get real. Hopefully it's bedtime because T Will's about to start cursing in a minute. So I hope you about to get, put
All
those
right, that's all she wanted, man.
put those
Calm down,
headphones
Claire.
on, Claire, because once we start talking about this offense and defense,
It's
T Will's about
about
to
to be
start
on.
going
Yeah.
in.
That's all she wanted. She came up here talking about Jonah's doing this. That's all she wanted. Yeah, Claire, go on downstairs. You know what you wanted, girl. Stop it. That's all
T
you
Will's a
want.
family man, Falcon fan. So if you're in the chat watching saying, well, why would T Will just stop talking about the Falcons? Oh, okay. He's taking care
Yeah,
of his family.
that's
That's
my
what T
little
Will
niece.
is. That's what
That's
T
my
Will's
little
about.
niece, man. I got I love you too, Claire Bear. I love you too. That's all she wanted. So yeah, I got my two nieces, there's Claire and Jonah that live with me, and of course my kids. And yeah, man, that's how we get down at the Wilson household. But anyway, let's get back to these
Get it.
Falcons, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Raheem, and again, Raheem outsmarts himself.
hmm
One thing I can say from watching him for 2 years is that Raheem is probably going to think, what would the rest of the world do, and do the opposite, right? And sometimes that works, but when it doesn't, you got to be accountable.
hmm
I'm thinking Raheem a couple of years ago was thinking, well, if I start with two inexperienced offensive and defensive coordinators, I can probably keep them for 2, 3, maybe 4 years,
hmm
right? Because they're not going to leave in their first year. I mean, they just
I'm
got
sure he didn't expect that. I mean, then again, you never know when it comes to, oh, we could have a successful team and Jimmy Lake will get a big job, head coaching job somewhere. Oh, Zach Robinson will be the talk of the town as being one of the kind of like the Bobby Johnson, Billy Slowick type of thing, the
Yep,
Houston Texan, Detroit
yep.
Lion thing. Raheem tried to build his own coaching tree. I see where that's going. Head coaches bringing these coaches these days to try to build up their resume, but it didn't work.
It didn't. And the problem is now you legitimately have a guy that I don't even know. And no disrespect to Zach Robinson. Look, I don't play the game. I'm certainly not an offensive coordinator, but it does not appear as though he's a decent offensive coordinator. I have to be honest, right? So now, my thing is, if you got the weapons, let's go ahead and take your shot, right? If you had Kyle Shanahan, or what's his Matt LaFleur, or Sean McVay, I think this offense would probably score 28 points a game. I'm
Right.
quite sure with the
Right.
weapons that we have, this offense will score 28 points a game.
And
But
T-Will,
we don't
some
have.
would say, I don't want to cut you off here. Some would say it's bigger than the coaching situation. This is an organization issue right now.
Okay.
So please tie in both as you start to talk about this, because you see fans are not just pointing the fingers at Raheem Morris.
Hmm.
They're not just pointing the fingers at Jeff Ulbrich with that passing defense. They're not just pointing the fingers at Zach Robinson and how this offense just didn't get off the ground until week 6 or week 5 or whatever.
Hmm.
T-Will, they're pointing the fingers at the people in the front office too
Rich
as well.
McKay.
But the floor is yours.
Yeah. I think they're when you hear that, they're referencing, basically, I don't want to say favoritism, but this administration has a history of reaching out to folks that, they know, or folks that they're comfortable with, instead of come on, man, instead of, getting the best guy for the job, right? So you interviewed who took the job in Chicago?
You interviewed Ben Johnson,
You interviewed Ben Johnson. You interviewed what's his name?
Raheem. You had Jim Harbaugh on the table too as
Right.
well.
You
Mike
interviewed
McDonald was on the table too as well.
right. You interviewed a bunch of folks, and you settled with Raheem, whom you already knew. And it just seems like what I'm hearing from most Falcons fans is that they look for yes men. Right now, again, I don't know how true this is, so I'm not going on a hill for any of this. This is speculation, because honestly, that's not been the case for Arthur's entire tenure. Mike Smith was here. Mike Smith is the winningest coach in Falcons history.
Till he got fired, but we knew what was up with Mike Smith at that
Right.
point.
But I mean, again, hey, he took us to an NFC championship.
Mhm.
He before Mike Smith, you didn't have a Falcons team with 2 consecutive winning seasons.
Right. Mike
Mike
Smith
Smith,
had culture and identity. I will say that. He
yeah,
did have that piece in Atlanta. Dan
yeah,
Quinn, just for a little bit, you kind of bought into the
yeah.
brotherhood thing. Let's go, brother. The whole Hulk Hogan type of show. Let's go, brother. You felt that fast and physical. Got to be fast and physical. In the mid, hey, we're gonna go out there. We're gonna be fast. We're gonna be physical. Dan Quinn, when you think about the team playing against the Colts this week, oh, we got to be fast. We got to be physical. Like he would preach that to where you would think, man, Dan Quinn is on point. That's one hell of a coach coming from the Legion of Boom too as well with the success that they had. But that well quickly ran dry too as well, T-Will.
Well, I mean, look at, I mean, with some guys, maybe in the first or 2 years it's really good, but it would seem like that's hard to maintain, right? At least to me. But hey, Dan Quinn got us to a Super Bowl. So I can't, you know what I mean? I can't really say that there wasn't a culture of winning, because there was. Now the problem is you can have brotherhood, but you also have to have accountability. You also have to hold players accountable. And to the extent that you are seen as a player's coach and you're all carrot and no stick, that's a problem. And I think that's a lesson Dan learned. But I'm going to say with Dan and Mike Smith, we didn't have that issue. Now, Arthur Smith gets here, and, there's
Well,
some
first 2
issues.
years of Dan Quinn. First 2 years.
Well, I mean, again, look it.
Because you see what happened after that.
Right, but you no longer had an offense, that you didn't have anybody that could run your offense, right? 2017, you play Philadelphia, you lose, but you had the top 10 defense in the league. And if we somehow figure out a way to get a touchdown there, that could have been us in the Super Bowl.
I honestly think there would have been, if you would have called a way better play on that goal line situation, you probably would have won that game. The rollout to the right where everybody rolls out to one side, I truly hate that play. It's kind of like shotgun on 4th and inches.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
And
some plays
it
you just don't
what
call.
you can do.
Right.
It limits what you can do. But
Right.
but if what's his name makes that interception, in the first half, maybe that's different. But either way, in 2018, Matt had one of the best years ever.
Mm-hmm.
We just couldn't figure it out. So if you want to say, and even with Arthur Smith kind of got Matt Ryan on the tail end.
He was dealing
Right.
with a lot. I mean, with a roster that was kind of just beat up from the start. You can
Right.
already see some of the players on the 1-year deals. A lot of people just knew that this was a job to get a little quick bag,
Right.
quick check here in Atlanta. It wasn't about any culture, team building, or anything. It's just like, hey, I can get this 1 year, move on to another team with the stats I got at the end of the season, and get me a little bag somewhere else. And of course, the quarterback situation and working with Terry through the first couple of years, and it's like, that's tough for Arthur Smith. But then again, you see the success Arthur Smith is having in Pittsburgh with the culture, identity, style team. With
Well,
Mike
Arthur Smith
Tomlin
has
over
the
there.
defense in Pitt. Well, I mean, he's got Mike Tomlin.
Right.
Let's be real. He's got one of the greatest coaches ever.
You have a team that has what, 3 head coaches in the past 100 years or something like that in the NFL?
Yeah. But and the other thing I will say is that I hope Falcon fans really appreciate what Matt Bryant brought to the organization, because as we see, it's a quarterback-driven league, and nothing against Kirk and nothing against Michael Penix.
I'll help you here. Matt Bryant and Matt Ryan, because we had a kicking situation.
Yep.
Which I'm sure fans would love to say, Matt Bryant, wish he was 10 years younger.
Yeah.
And, of course, the Matt Ryan situation where fans will look at this team now and say, Matt, if you only had a couple years left in you with this type of team, be totally different. So both Matts take the cake on this one.
It would be. But, I mean, again, look, Penix is a rookie. They're always growing pains. We get that. But to me, it illustrates the point that if you do not have a great quarterback or a really good quarterback, you're not going to go far, right? A good quarterback, Matt Ryan in his prime, probably doesn't matter that you got Zach
He
Robinson.
spoiled us.
Right.
Well, I should have worn my Matt Ryan jersey. I was getting ready to wear my Matt Ryan jersey on the show tonight, and I want fans to be like, Jack, you dirty dog, you.
Yeah.
You know why you're wearing that Matt Ryan jersey. Like, no, it's not. It's not because of that. It's because I give the utmost respect to Matt Ryan.
Absolutely. Matt Ryan in his prime, you probably can deal with the Zach Robinson because Matt's gonna know when to check out of it. Matt's gonna know when to audible. Matt's gonna know, okay, this is gonna work against this, but certain things only come with experience, right?
Right.
You have you got an inexperienced offensive coordinator, you have an inexperienced quarterback, and you have a first-year quarterbacks coach, which is a recipe for disaster. That's on Ryan.
Go back, Falcon fans, and watch that Matt Ryan, Kyle Shanahan video where they're sitting down talking. I guess it was the 2016 season when they had all that success, or maybe it was the year after. I think it was the 2016 season, yeah, because they was talking. Shanahan had on his Falcon gear, but Matt Ryan talks about how important it is to have a offensive coordinator because it makes your job much easier. You shouldn't be on the field worrying about anything.
Yes.
Right? You get out there, you do your job, you read, react, you get the ball down the field, but you shouldn't be over there worrying about what the OC is going to do next and all this other stuff because you have people that are really skilled at the OC position. And like we talked about this morning, T-Will, there are people who can be great offensive coordinators. They just can't be good head coaches.
Yeah.
Same as defensive coordinators. They can be great defensive coordinators. They just can't be good head coaches.
Yeah. And there are people that can be great film study guys. They just can't be good offensive coordinators, which is what we find with Zach Robinson. And look, to the guy who said that Penix is terrible. Penix, this is his first year. Okay. So again, Joey Santerre, hey man, good to see you. Never seen you. Welcome to the show. I got to disagree with you there, bud. Number one, Penix is a rookie. And Matt Ryan was not great his first year. Matt Ryan had a running game and a far better offensive coordinator, right? But if you look at their numbers in the first season, they are eerily similar. So, the jury's still out on Penix. You want to say Zach Robinson is terrible, you'll get no argument from me, sir. I agree with you. Mike Tomlin, on the other hand, Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season. And he really hasn't had a quarterback since Big Ben. So, yeah, when you say Mike Tomlin ain't great, if Mike Tomlin had this team, if this team were coached by Mike Tomlin,
I could be the quarterback and we'll be making a playoff run.
Well, yeah, I promise you.
It'll be like, damn, Jack Spade went 2 for 6 today, but we won the game.
Yeah.
We won the game.
We'd win 12 games. So
I mean, look at Steelers fans right now with Aaron Rodgers' injury. They're sitting there like, please, Aaron, give us 5 more weeks. Give us 6 more weeks. It's making Arthur Smith's jobs a little bit easier too as well. And there are a lot of fans in the chat. Please bring your comments. The fans in the stands. Let's talk Falcons football. We know what the season pretty much has planned for us right now. The goal for the Falcon fans right now, I mean, not the ultimate goal, but what they want to see happen right now is us kicking the Saints' teeth in on Sunday. I get it. I totally understand. That's a rival game. It's probably the biggest NFL game in the South. I mean, people know the rivalry between the Falcons and the Saints. I'm heading down there in a couple hours. So I totally understand how Falcon fans feel about this game. But you have 2 teams that are bad. One team is going to come out with what? A 2% more chance than the other of making the playoffs? Probably not. Even still, whoever wins this game Sundays might not even go into the playoffs. Doesn't even matter. But at the end of the day, to beat those Saints in New Orleans is a big thing because fans know that we hate the Saints. We really do hate the Saints. And, of course, they're having coaching problems too as well. You can see from the Saints' Twitter, they're talking about the quarterback issue, right? Both quarterbacks have played this year. They're talking about they should have drafted Shedeur. They should have went after Dart. They should have went after another guy. Fans are not too happy about Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore had all the success he had over there in Philadelphia with Jalen Hurts and what's the coach's name of the Eagles? Nick I can't remember the guy.
Nick God.
Whoever he is.
Yeah, that dude, him.
They had all the success over there in Philadelphia, goes to New Orleans with a young team. Cap room was in crazy hell. And he had an inexperienced quarterback, 2 inexperienced quarterbacks. And they just can't get the job done. So they're going to be in rebuild mode going to the end of the season. Will they get rid of their coach this year after 1 year? Probably not. Look at the Jets too as well with Aaron Glenn. They're having trouble right now. Quarterback issues, offensive coordinator issues. I could have sworn I saw the Jets a couple weeks ago run the ball 9 times in a row. Didn't even want to pass the ball.
Didn't want to do it. You know what's funny, Jack, is how you can be a great offensive coordinator when you have a good quarterback.
Mhm.
or a decent quarterback, and then
You
you
could be
go,
a bad offensive coordinator with a good quarterback and still win.
but then you go to a team with a bad quarterback, and all of a sudden you just suck.
Oh man,
None of your plays work. You're just,
yo,
you know what I mean? Like, because Kellen, what's his name? Kellen.
Kellen Moore.
Yeah, he won a Super Bowl as an offensive coordinator last year. This guy's a genius. Oh
You know,
my God. Let's get him. Let's get him working with the kids to cure cancer. And you send him to New Orleans, and he's god awful. Well, what happened here? Oh wait, he doesn't have a quarterback.
they also don't have no culture outside of that stadium. I mean, you know what's going on Bourbon Street and Canal Street. They're going second line left and right. They don't give a damn what the Saints record is.
Yeah.
Everything's cool outside of Caesar's Palace Superdome, wherever they call that crap. But T-Will, we talked about it this morning. Even when the Chiefs were out this year, remember they was like 0-3, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, whatever they were. What did I tell you? I said, don't count the Chiefs out.
Don't count them out.
They have an identity. They have the team that has shown that. Remember when Lamar Jackson went down with the Ravens? I said that too as well. This team is not out of it, even with Lamar out for 2 to 3 weeks. Watch they come back and start balling. The Bills too as well. Some of these teams have identity and culture already built in. We lost ours, I think, back in 2016. Truly think we do. We lost our identity and our culture back in 2016. The organization, as you can see, fans are calling it in shambles.
Yeah.
I saw fans mad about the damn price of the food on Sunday. And we got the cheapest food in the NFL.
Price of the food? Are you serious?
I got fans just mad about certain things. One fan made a post the other day and said fans were upset at him for getting loud on Sunday at the Falcons getting sacks on Bryce Young. Nobody's standing up behind him cheering. Nobody wants to hear it no more. Tickets were dirt cheap. Where have we gone with this fan base? Not fan base. Where have we gone with this organization?
Well,
it's unacceptable.
I mean, look, people get tired of being lied to.
Right? They get tired. They're tired of losing.
They get tired of losing, but they get tired of being lied to. Right? Like, we're not stupid. We're not like, look, if we were honest about certain things that go on, I'm not saying the fans would like it, but I think it would be more that, oh, you're seeing the,
you're Craig talking shit. I see D Craig's comment. Yeah, you talking hell of shit. Okay.
Yeah. But if you're honest, I think it's more digestible if you can explain it, right? Like, this guy's injured, or how about Mooney has a collarbone, it's broken, instead of, oh, he's day to day, right? He's day to day, or how about this? Well, we brought this kicker over, but he's not ready. You know what I mean? We're gonna go with Coop. Right? How about be honest instead of it's a kicking competition when you knew people get tired of that. They get sick.
They're losing trust within the organization. But guess what?
Yeah.
Them PSLs do coming up real soon.
Yes.
And PSLs are due.
Right. They get to, and you add that. Now, if you were lying to us and we were winning, I don't think people would like it, but you could take it. Winning cures a lot, right? Winning cures a lot. It's been teams that hated each other, but they won, right? But when you're losing, when you go to Carolina, you get beat 30-0, when you lose 5 games in a row, things begin to fester, right? Fans start to argue with each other. People get mad over the dumbest things. Why? Because we're losing. But I think the main thing is, if this team was devoid of talent, that's one thing. This is one of the most talented Falcons team that I've ever seen at 3-7 than I can recall. You know what I mean?
Well, you see your brother asking the question about what's the team's identity. At one point this season, it was our defense. Our defense was building on just the success of, man, this team is a top 10 defense in the league. You better be careful playing against Atlanta this year. They're not giving up that many points allowed. They're not giving up that many yards allowed. They're getting to the quarterback. And then we played the Colts.
Well, you started running on us. You know what I mean?
Then we played the 49ers.
Yeah, you started that game with the
49ers. Then we played Bryce Young, light us up for 400+ yards. Yeah. Mighty Mouse.
Yeah.
We lost the identity on the defense. Don't
We
even
can't
go to the
stop
offense. There's no identity on the offense.
We
There's
can't
none.
stop the run. We still got 3 sacks. I mean,
Are we a run
we got
team? Are
31,
we a
30.
passing team? Are we a balanced team? We can't do neither one.
We can't. Well, when you load 9 or 10 guys in the box, you should be able to pass the ball. We haven't been able to do it.
Well, when you realize that most defenses can look at your offense and say, that's a one-dimensional offense. If they can't get that ball to 7 or 5, then what are they going to do? Remember Matt Ryan's years back in the Super Bowl a couple years ago? Everybody got a piece of the play.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Shanahan made sure of that. Everybody. We can go to Walmart and grab somebody off the street. You want to play for the Falcons this week? Bet. 3 catches, 55 yards for this new guy. Don't even know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have an offensive coordinator who can't even get the ball around, you take 7. Remember the Patriot game? What did they do during their practice week? They had 4 guys wearing number 7.
Mm-hmm.
Could have won the game. But that was on the strength of Penix. Honestly, that wasn't Zach Robinson. That was on the strength of Penix in that offense in that second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. That wasn't Zach Robinson. Any game this year that we won, Zach Robinson shouldn't be like, yeah, that was me. No, it wasn't. That's not the identity from the offensive coordinator. Kyle Shanahan had that built up in Atlanta a couple years ago. Matt Ryan had that. Julio Jones, Roddy Wright. They've had that built up for years, and then we lost it.
Here's where I think it went wrong. In the case of Kirk and in the case of Michael Penix, you really needed a strong running game, right? You should have brought in an experienced coordinator. You should have brought in an experienced coordinator who can design runs. And for the first couple of years, you let your quarterback play off that, right? And you come out, hey, look, we're a running team, and we happen to have Penix. And maybe in year 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever, then Penix is the feature, right? Or the lead singer.
Right.
But as a rookie, it's just bad practice. It is bad practice to start with an inexperienced offensive coordinator, with a first-time quarterbacks coach, with a wide receivers coach who never played wide receiver,
who gets fired in the middle of the season.
Right. To me, this is on Raheem, and I love Raheem. Don't get me wrong.
Let's go to the Patriot game. Remember Kerry's stat about the Patriots not giving up a 50-yard gain to a running back? We exited the game early on running the ball with Bijan. We was like, oh no, we're not going to do that.
Yeah,
I told y'all in the group. It was in the second quarter. It was like, man, we got -6 yards rushing, or like 4 yards rushing at that time. They're scared of teams that just know that their resume is better than the Falcons sometimes. Hey, this team doesn't give up 200 yards passing in the air in the past 3 weeks. Falcons end the game with 150 yards passing. They didn't want to pass the ball. Shit like that. The identity just gets swept away so fast. You can go into the game. You can go into this game Sunday against the Saints with a new identity. And then here comes some stat. The Saints haven't given up 2 touchdowns in the past 4 quarters. Guess what? We ain't scoring in the 4 quarters. We ain't scoring. Don't even put the money on it. Don't put the money on them. Don't put the money that we scoring. They're gonna see that stat and say, "Oh shit! Well, better kick them field goals." We just run away from some of this stuff, man. It's just disappointing. It's very disappointing that we had opportunities to beat some of these teams. The Colts, we lost by what? Touchdown? Had the lead. Carolina had the lead. San Fran, we was even somewhat in the game.
Couldn't close it out when we needed to.
The Dolphins game was just, that's my birthday. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But I mean,
just disappointed. And we spent a whole 30, 45 minutes in this show. We still even talk about Michael Penix yet. We're talking about identity and culture of this team at 3-7.
Yeah. Well, when you can't do certain things, this is Raheem's fault. This is Raheem's fault, because you know what? You should have had, enough people in this league. Raheem Morris, enough people in this league to have brought in an offensive coordinator. You knew enough. You chose not to. And you are suffering for those sins. Bottom line, there is no way. Even signing Kirk was coming off of an Achilles injury. Best friend to Kirk would have been a running game. So how about you bring an offensive coordinator? Eric says this is really all Jack's fault. Whatever, Eric.
He says, who? Zach Robinson's fault?
No, he said it's all your fault.
Oh, my fault. Oh my gosh.
Derek's is all your fault.
Oh
But
my gosh. Yeah, I did it. I'm here. I'm at the games in my seat. I did it.
yeah,
I'm
it's
repping
your
the
fault.
Birds. I did it.
Yeah.
I,
Well,
I'm still heading to New Orleans. I did it.
I guess it's my fault. I guess it's my fault
It
too,
must
Jack.
be T.
I'm right
Will's
there with
fault. T. Will's over here.
it's my fault.
T.
It's
Will's
my
talking Braves sometimes in the Falcon
Yeah.
chat. Could
And
be
should
his
be
fault too.
talking Falcons. Shame on me.
Right.
Shame. But no, in all seriousness, Jack, if you bring in you know, some things are I don't want to call them common sense, but let's think about it, right? Why did the Falcons go to the playoffs in 2008? Michael the Burner Turner. Okay.
Going
You
crazy
had
that year.
you had an offense, you could run the ball.
Had an
You
identity.
had an experienced offensive coordinator.
Had an identity.
And well, but not only that, you kind of gave the kid a cushion, right?
Mhm.
If you got a running game, if you're for sure running for 150 yards a game, there's not that pressure on Michael Penix, right?
Mhm.
If you got a real offensive coordinator, there's not that pressure on Michael Penix. But when it's 4th and something and I got to wait for you, well, what do we need to do? Well, I don't know. I got 30 seconds. Bro, it shows. It shows. This is on Raheem. And as much as I love Raheem, and Lord knows I do,
I love Raheem.
unfortunately, we need a new coach in here, bro. We need a new coach. We need a new offensive coordinator. And let's, but let's get to Penix. You brought up Penix. Let's get to Penix.
I was getting ready to get to the food at the stadium, but hey, if you want to talk about the quarterback, we talk about the quarterback.
Let's go, man. Let's get to Penix. What do we?
I was going to talk about the parking, the price of the parking. But hey, if you want to talk about the quarterback, we talk about the quarterback.
Let's get to Penix, man. Because look, they're saying he's going to be out for 9 months. What if he's not, Jack? What if he's out for a year? What if he's out all next year? What are we doing?
I had this conversation with a lot of people. Don't want to spend too much time on it. I don't want to, because this is going to be, I got to get some sleep, get ready for New Orleans. But I had this conversation with some people, man. And I was telling people about this injury and how severe it could be.
Mm-hmm.
This is not his first time. This is an injury that if I'm a new head coach,
mm-hmm.
I'm not banking my first year on if somebody is coming back to play around this time of the year. If it is 9 months, and we talked to a doctor this morning, T. Will.
Mm-hmm. We did.
You was on the call.
We talked to 2 doctors this morning.
Talked to 2. Yes,
we did.
You can look around the league of what they're even saying. This kid might not even throw a pass until August, maybe July. And it's not just, oh, he's back out there, he's healthy, put him on the field. It doesn't work like that.
Mm-mm.
It just doesn't work like that. As positive as we want to be. And I wish the best for this kid.
Mm-hmm.
But if we want a new head coach, which I'm hearing from what I heard in the interview, hey, we got to see. He kept saying, we got to see the timetable next year. That boy that we talking about, we want up out of here, he might be the head coach next year.
Oh my goodness. I hope he has a new offensive coordinator.
I think at that point in time, if he's doing the smart thing, like most NFL coaches, people around the league, kind of pay attention to social media here and there, we don't want Zach Robinson no more. Just like how we didn't want Jimmy Lake. So if it's going to be him and Ulbrich next year, you got to go fix that situation in the OC room. But if you fix that OC problem, does the new OC come in and say, hey, I'm preparing this offense for when this kid comes back? Or are you preparing this offense for what? Week 1 against the Ravens, because we do play the AFC. Week 1 against the Steelers. Week 1 against the Bengals. Whoever it is next year. We cannot sit here, and I'm all for the team. I'm all for the 53. But if it's a miracle, if he's even ready to go by July. I understand he got the best doctors in the NFL. I understand he got this enhanced treatment. But we're talking 6 to 8 weeks before he's even able to get back into the rehab process, which is going to take about 3 to 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, he has to get back on the field and be back at 100% to even get out there and do what? Run around again without what? Re-injuring himself.
Right. And correct. And that's assuming there are no setbacks, right?
We're not talking about a guy that's going up against middle schoolers in flag football here. We're talking about a team that's going to look at this kid week 1 and say, we're sending the house. He got injured against the Panthers. Who does anybody know the 2 names of the players who even got there? No. It's the no-namers. They're playing some big teams next year. And that's where the argument of what the fans are talking about across social media. Are we going after a Kyler Murray? Are we going after a Jacoby Brissett? Do we want to go get a Mac Jones? If somebody drops in the second round, can we take that chance? Even some fans have gone to the length of saying, hey, let's just tank 2026 and get ready for that first round pick in 2027. Bring in a guy that's going to go out here and see the future. But I guarantee you the next coaching staff that comes in here, they knew about Penix before the injury. Raheem knew about this. They still took a chance on the kid. I'm not I'm not part of the organization. That's not my call. But as a fan, you're telling me 9 months from today he's back on the field. You think I'm finna? If so, that means if he's ready August the 16th, August the 17th, he's walking on the practice field. Not a chance.
I just don't buy it.
Not buying it.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't.
And you gotta be real about this here.
From everything that we've seen I mean, it's not like this Falcons administration is that forthcoming, right? I mean, day to day to them was 2 months. So if we extrapolate that, right? In Mooney's case, Mooney was originally ruled day.
And what did they do with Mooney on a broken collarbone? They ran routes in the beginning of the season to keep him near the sideline. It wasn't middle of the field catches for this guy to get hit by safeties and linebackers. They tried to run routes for this kid to put him on the sideline, so if you catch the ball, he runs out of bounds.
But he
was a decoy.
I don't think he played until game 3 or 4.
Really, he didn't. He was just a decoy.
Right. And then even in doing that, but what I'm saying is, A, you can't do that with a quarterback, but B, day to day equals 2 months. Well, if day to day equals 2 months, what does 9 months equal, Jack? A year? A year and a half? A year?
9 months for me right now is telling me full recovery, October, November.
Yeah. December.
Man, don't that's a year, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a year, bro. I'm trying to give the benefit of the doubt for the fans that's in the chat. And I'm positive about the kids' success of, they're going to have the right doctors and everybody put them on play. But I'm not sitting there training camp in July with my new head coach like, oh, he'll be back in 3 months. That's not happening. A new head coach is not banking his first year on, oh, he's coming back in 3 months. They got to move forward, man. It's a business. Not saying they're going to get rid of him. Not saying that.
No.
I'm just saying they have to move forward. What is the next step? And the next step could be crucial to his career because you get in there next year. I'm going to be real with you. You get you a quarterback next year that's going to have that 6-2, 5-1 season. Some of y'all not even talking about putting Penix back in. Let's be honest. Y'all want a winning season. And just, a new OC. Don't forget what you talked about in that little group chat call we had the other day. How many snaps under center did Penix take this year?
Yeah. And now you got to ask yourself why, right?
Now we kind of know why.
Do we know?
In a sense, I mean, it wasn't just because of the offense, because Kirk Cousins can snap the ball in the center. We've seen Kirk do it.
So you're saying that maybe there was already an injury? Maybe there was already a tweak?
I'm not putting any source out there source. No, I'm not saying that. But you only ran one play with the kid under center, and that play right there I think was the intentional grounding play earlier this year. Or that play was like, I can't remember what happened. He almost got sacked on that play. That one time he went under center, turned his back. Oh, F it. Out of here.
Hey, Jack. It's that time again, brother.
Oh, man.
It's that time in the show.
If it's big, I didn't even get down to the bottom of the chat. If it's Big Little Country talking about pressure washing his driveway, I'm off for the weekend.
That ain't it, man. We got a super chat.
Oh man, we definitely do. Oh, we got us a super chat from our good friend, best friend, super producer,
It's
Miss
Carrie,
Carrie.
baby. What's going on, Miss Carrie?
One time for the fan. If y'all don't know Carrie, man, Carrie's she's like the heart of this fan base.
She is. She really is. Oh my God.
I don't care what we're going through. Wins, losses, draws. Carrie's going to remain Carrie. Carrie doesn't pick sides. Carrie knows that she wants to be a Falcon fan for life. And because of that, Carrie knows that she wants to see this team win. And I truly respect Carrie for that. But Carrie's in here with the super chat. I wish Carrie was here so that way she can do the super chat with us.
That would be great.
She's taking
the night off. Super chat.
Well, Carrie said also. Remember, Carrie said whenever we say it, we got to back away from the mic because it might be too loud. She has
but I'm imitating Carrie. Carrie's the opposite of loud. Carrie would be like super chat. She said like that. She said like that.
Carrie's been, I don't know, she's been kind of ghost since she won that game in that sleeper app a couple weeks ago. You know?
Wow! Don't do that. You're not gonna do that.
I don't know if she's going to the playoffs, but I know good old Jack Spade beating up on Country the other day. I know that.
Sir, I'm not gonna let you do that to Miss Carrie. She's been here. She's been present. We're not gonna do that, sir. No,
I'm just saying. Nah, Carrie's a good one. Carrie's A1 from day one. Carrie said Kirk is gone post June 1st cut. A new quarterback will be brought in the offseason to start week 1. Penix will get his opportunity to compete once healthy. That Kirk gone post June 1 cut. If you, Carrie, I love you, but if you got Raheem Morris at head coach next year, he's probably on the phone with Kirk right now. Like, hey, yo, Kirk, hey, big dog, hey, baby, hey, we can make this thing happen one more time. Hey, look, I know what I told you year 1, but you got to trust me. Remember you say you want to be a starting quarterback again? You got to trust me.
Would you trust Raheem?
Oh, my gosh. Hey.
Would you trust him? Would you trust anything Raheem told you?
Hey, that car salesman selling you them used cars with that bad alternator. As soon as you want to go take it for a test drive, hold on, baby. Hold on, big dog. Hold on. Our mechanics checked it out already. Car is good to go.
Oh my goodness! Who was it? Craig? I'm not even gonna say.
Gotta be careful with them used car salesmen. Gotta be careful.
Yes, you do.
That boy's on that. He on that Al Bundy this year.
Yes,
gotta
sir.
Be careful.
Yes, you do.
But one thing I can say about Raheem, even for what Carrie's saying, we need that money. Mm-hmm. So I can see Kirk getting up out the door. But that's where another argument happens between Falcon fans. Is Kirk staying? Is Kirk leaving? Do we want him to stay? Do we want him to go? Because what is the next option after not having Penix at quarterback? Is it to go get a Kyler Murray?
I wouldn't want Kyler Murray, but maybe
Jacoby Brissett?
Or Jacoby Brissett, I'll take him. I mean, you just at this point you just need a stopgap. I'd sign Brissett on a 2-year deal.
Wait a minute. Hold on. We talked about stopgaps back with Mariota and Ritter. How the hell we get back here again?
Because we are where we are, brother.
Jesus,
because we are where we are.
A stopgap quarterback in 2025. So we the Giants. So we the Browns.
You know what? I'm even entertaining, and I've not said it because I don't like this guy, but you might have to sign Jameis. Oh my god!
Oh my gosh!
I may cough that out. I'm gonna vomit. But you might have to sign him. You might have to sign him for a year or two. You might have to.
I can't believe in week 10 of the Falcons season in 2025, we're talking about Jameis Winston, Jacoby Brissett.
It's a funny world, man. It's a funny world.
Mitchell Trubisky. Somebody even mentioned.
No, we're not talking about Mitchell.
Somebody even mentioned. Can we bring back Byron Leftwich?
No. We're not doing that. I rebuke you. We are not doing that. We are not signing Trubisky. We are not bringing back whoever hell that. No, look, you got 3 choices. You got Jameis, you got Brissett, you got Mac Jones. Pick one.
Right now, looking at contracts, Mac Jones is less than what, $6 million?
Well, he signed with the 49ers through next year.
But does
So
Mac Jones want
they'd
an
have to trade him.
opportunity? If Brock Purdy's their guy, does Mac Jones want to be sitting there like, I just wait to have another turf toe injury? Or, hey, that Falcons starting quarterback position is open right now.
Yeah, but the question is, will San Francisco trade him? You know? Will San Francisco trade him? I think
Falcon
Jameis
fans
is on a 1-year deal. I'd sign Jameis. I wouldn't like it, but I'd sign Jameis.
You're gonna get one hell of a motivational speech walking out that tunnel, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, but that dude's crazy.
Mic'd up too as well. He's gonna have that. He's gonna have that group rolling.
It would not surprise me if he had. What do you call those? The dummy. The guys with the dummy. What do you call them? What do you call
the
them?
Ventriloquist? The ventriloquist.
It wouldn't surprise me if that dude had a little ventriloquist. If he had a little dummy named Jameis. Like that dude, Jameis is not all there, man. I'm telling you, it's not all there.
Hold on. Is she? I don't know. Can I see her? Is it? How are we getting a private chat so we don't see her?
What?
Oh snap! Yeah, we do.
It's scary, baby. Snap. She's in the building. What's going on, Miss Karen?
I had the screen up to the top, and I was like, "Where the hell? How did she see that?
Where'd the private chat come from?" She said it. She said.
I don't know if you got your AirPods in, Carrie. We don't want to yell it because I know sometimes that volume might be up to the max, and we're kind of lit tonight, so we don't want to mess with them AirPods.
Wow. Miss Carrie, how you doing? First off, it's good to see you. You okay?
Yeah, I'm hanging in there, but I picked the wrong time in my life to be sober. I know that much.
Hey, you still got time now. You still got time to go grab some Tito's or go grab some tequila. No matter what you're sipping on tonight.
Because I was scrolling TikTok earlier and I saw, shout out to Mike from Out of Your Falcon Mind. He did a TikTok and he said, I don't know exactly verbatim what it said, but essentially it's like him in the video, and then it says he's shaking his head and he's all down bad. He says, "Man, when you give up smoking, when your Falcons are doing bad," or something like that. And then he says he's like grabbing this ashtray and he's pulling it so close, like he's tempted.
What, the cigar?
Yeah, cigar. So it was just real funny. I'm not describing it that well, but essentially he was tempted to not be sober, essentially, So I don't know. It's tough times out here.
You're sitting at 3-7. This is one of those, bottle to the head cowboy moments against the wall where you just slide down to the floor and you just, how do we get here? But at the end of the day, see what we talked about this morning, man. That's why there's the Hawks. You know what I'm saying? That's why there's the Georgia Bulldogs, right? That's why we can get ready for the Brave season coming back real soon, right? That's why there's Atlanta United making all these changes, right? That's why there's even a Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua fight coming up in December. There's some things happening that we can, take our minds away from the Falcons sometimes, because right now at 3-7, Kerry, you know it. This is tough. And this is not like the end of the season where, hey, guys, we got 2 games left and we're going to prepare for this, that, and the third. We got 7 games left to watch this and hope that the Falcons can at least finish strong at the end of the season. But do not go out there and lose Sunday against the Saints, because the fan base is already erupted. They're already in volcano mode.
Yeah.
And losing to these, hey, I can't even say it. Losing to them bums down there in New Orleans, man, you're going to have fans going crazy out here. And for me, I always go to New Orleans. I love it. New Orleans is a vibe. If you've never been to New Orleans, you should go. You should take the time out your day, a couple hour drive from Atlanta, and go out there and see what's happening in New Orleans. But right now at 3-7, win or lose, I'm still going to have a good time in Louisiana. And I'm not having the expectations high, like, oh yeah, we got this playoff run and we got this wild card run and we got this first in the division run. No, I'm just going there to watch a football game at this point. That's just it. Just watch my team play. I'm out here repping the
That's
color.
tough.
It's tough because it's 3-7. Kind of like when it was. Remember I told you about Berlin. Really wanted to go to Berlin. Had some things cooked up this year, so I couldn't go. But them fans that
Yeah,
went to Berlin, I'm sure they had a great experience about Berlin. The
yeah, that's
sightseeing,
true. That's
tourism, all that
true.
stuff. But when they got to that game
Mm.
and they had to get back on that flight, they talked Falcons.
But
Lord
Jack,
have
what am I supposed to
mercy.
do? Because first of all, I bought my Falcons Bucks ticket way too early because it's probably like $10 now. I bought it in the end zone. It was like $200. And not just that, but at least for Berlin, you could kind of sightsee and make a trip of it. At least in, New Orleans, you can eat the good food over there. But what am I supposed to do in Tampa? Because, obviously I've been here a million times. So I'm just gonna
Well,
just
Kara, I tell you right
hear the
now,
box.
you honestly just have to tell people the same thing you told us. You bought your ticket back when ticket prices were a little bit cheap. You bought it back in week 2.
Yeah, man, that's tough.
Don't be the fan saying, "Oh, I bought my ticket the day before yesterday." Then again, fans are fans. Fan how you want to fan,
I
right?
know.
Go out there
To
and tell
be
them Bucks
honest,
fans that they're not winning the Super Bowl this year. Go out there and tell them Bucks fans.
okay, wait.
Oh, that's good.
Honestly, like actually told a Bucks fan yesterday because mind you, like Panthers fans are just honestly they're terrible. Like not all of them obviously, but a lot of them are actually like terrible humans on social media. Worse than Aints fans, and honestly Bucks fans are really cool people. Like it's rare to come across a bad Bucks fan. I mean think about it. They've been owning this division for how many seasons in a row, and how often do you come across one that's just talking all his ish? Like
And
you don't see that.
the only time
So
I have a problem with Bucks fans is when you walk out the stadium and you see that little rally happening like right outside the stadium. Like you, Kara, I'm probably pretty sure you've seen it. It's,
yeah.
that rally is happening outside the stadium. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Right.
little crazy,
No,
but
but yesterday I had a
yeah,
Bucks fan at me and they're like, "Man, I'm sorry. I know you're like going through it or whatever, thinking of you or something." I'm like, "Man, just please don't let the Panthers win the division. Please do
right.
not." Like, I'm sorry. So, to your point, like, yeah, they're not going to Super Bowl in our opinion, but don't let the Panthers win the division. My God, please. Panthers
It's
fans
tough
are
right here.
talking, Jack, Panthers fans are talking about they're going to go to the 49ers game, beat the 49ers, and be in first place because they're saying the Bucks are going to lose Sunday. So they're going to be in first place in the division.
That's the one thing that had me upset is that we called out games because now we're in scenario mode. Well, last week was in scenario mode because it was like, hey, if this team loses and we win, then we'll be, we have an advantage and we can go ahead and win this next game. And we kept talking about 3-game win streaks. The Bucks got beat by the Bills Sunday like we expected. We talked about that. The Bills would beat the Bucks, but we couldn't handle business against Carolina. And then Carolina did what? Post this stupid ass post on social media where they got what's that? The scoop of the litter? What is that nonsense they have? It's ridiculous. I just can't believe we're in this position as a Falcon fan to watch the Panthers be better than us, to watch the Bucks be better than us. And I'm really hoping that the Falcons can take care of business in New Orleans on Sunday.
Well,
It's
but
not about
we deserve to be in this position. We do. We really do.
we
Because
put
you know
ourselves
what?
in this position, T-Will.
Yeah, we got to stop hiring friends. You know what I mean? We need a look. You needed a coach with a real plan. You needed a coach. Whatever we're doing, our last 2 hires, it ain't working. Okay, so
My boy said, "Is this how it felt being a Georgia fan during the Mark Rick era?" Well, Kirby got us
absolutely,
back to back.
absolutely. But we don't
Kirby
have to
came
worry
in and
about
got us
that
back
anymore.
to back, so we're
Because
not.
we're the Bulldogs.
Hold on,
So
where are my championship trophies for the Georgia Bulldogs? They're around here somewhere. I need that for the Falcons. Maybe it could happen. Maybe it could. We'll find out. I know this though. DSQB Hall's in the chat talking hella shit. Falcon
yeah,
fans,
it's on us, man. It's on us. There's no excuse. And it's all Raheem because you shouldn't have hired 2 first-time coaches. That's organizational. That's on you, my
And
friend.
and not
That's on
just
you.
that, but that dude really made too many empty promises. Like last year, you're talking about outrun the South. Like you think you're all this hot-ish and you haven't even proven yourself yet. And then this season, you're going to come over here after making the empty promise last year and not fulfilling it. Then you come and do the same thing again and say, oh, we're not picking in the top, whatever, 10.
We're
We're
not
not
picking in the
picking that
top 10
high
no
in the
more.
draft. Yeah,
Give
we're not
away the
doing
first
that
round draft
anymore.
pick, and you could have been sitting in it. Well, this is just disappointing.
And
Even talking
meanwhile,
about
you're
it is
at like
disappointing.
8 right now, you know?
Right.
But
Falcon
Well,
fans,
yeah,
there's a lot. There's a lot to
I
go
mean,
over.
hey, you know what? So if I'm Arthur Blank, we need a new head coach with the plan to get a proven offensive coordinator in here to maximize the talent that we do have on offense while we still have it.
can
And
I
I'm going
ask
to see
you
if I
a
can't keep
question, T.
over.
Will?
Yeah.
Would you take Robert Saleh as your head coach? Because then you possibly can keep Ulbrich since they have that relationship together with the Jets working together.
That's a good
Robert
question.
Saleh?
That's a good question. I'd take Robert Saleh if he had a plan to get a good head offense coordinator.
Right.
But you're gonna need somebody in here with at least 3-4 years experience, and they need to have done some things. Now, if you got Saleh and Mike McDonald, sure, I'll take that. No problem. Take that in a heartbeat.
But
But
then
a lot
again,
of
I mean,
times,
Scott Karasik did say something important the other day. Let's not forget that our first round draft pick is technically James Pierce Jr.
exactly, which I'm fine with.
So I'm perfectly fine
I'm
that
fine
they
with it.
moved up to get James Pierce Jr., especially with
You
Jalen
got
Walker right
two
now.
solid pass
Right.
rushers for the next 10. I'm good with
Right.
it. I'm good with it. So
And like Smitty would say, F them draft picks.
F them picks. Yeah. But my issue is this is my issue, right? You gotta fire those bullets when you have them. You know what I'm saying? You got Bijan. You still got Drake. You need to re-sign Drake. You need to sign Bijan. You need to go and get a quarterback that's a good stopgap, somebody that can read defenses, deliver the ball. He might not be a track star. You know, he might not be a world beater, but he can game manage the hell out of a game. Okay? Go and get you a real offensive coordinator, and let's make this thing happen, man. We're not going to be able to keep everybody.
If you're looking around the league, even if you're talking the stopgap, you're not going to do the Kyler Murray thing. Is just, bro. You see the contract on that kid?
Yeah, and he
We're
doesn't
not.
read the
Who said
playbook.
Kyler Murray? He can't
It's
even
just,
see
there's
over
some
the
names
offensive
being thrown
line.
around within the fan base, Kerry. But
He's
Kyler
too
Murray,
small.
oh shit, yeah, he's even smaller than Mighty Mouse. But the whole thing about Kyler
They could
Murray,
have a competition.
that's tough.
That's
two of the shortest quarterbacks in the same division. That's crazy. That's tough. But even Kyler Murray's contract
is on his way.
I don't see it happening. The Falcons going into that hole to get a guy like Mighty Mouse with that contract, unacceptable. You didn't already wet the bed with Kirk. Don't come in here and bring no $26 million court. Don't even think about doing it.
Yeah, agreed.
So if you're going stopgap, I don't want to throw Geno Smith's name out there.
Hell no. I look at Mac Jones.
Mac Jones will be Mac Jones and Jacoby Brissett is the two, but don't forget Jacoby Brissett is getting up there.
And who's the other one? Jameis.
He's playing well.
The guy I hate.
Jameis is not coming here. I heard you guys saying that. He already said he will not play for the Falcons. And you would not like that anyway, T. Will.
I wouldn't like him, but at this point, I'm a team player, Gary. I'm a team player. So if we got to deal with Jameis to get us to a playoff, then bring Jameis on. Do I like Jameis? No, I don't
want to be a Falcon.
It's kind of like the fan I saw in the
he should be
Twitter
so
space.
lucky.
I jumped in the Twitter space the other day or yesterday, and the fan said, "Oh, we need to go ahead and just get Russell Wilson. You guys don't understand it, Russell Wilson." I'm sitting here like, this kid must be living in North Carolina. There's no way Russell Wilson is coming to Atlanta. It's not happening. Russell Wilson's a family man. He knows what's at stake with his family the moment he steps foot off that plane in Hartsfield. Unless he's catching a connecting flight to go to a different city, you already know what's happening. He is not going to Flowery Branch.
Absolutely. 100%.
So then we have to go around the table, not saying right here on the panel, but we have to go around the table around the NFL and see who is the next stopgap that you would want to bring in. Fans were even saying bring back Marcus Mariota for a year. Oh,
no.
shit, no.
God, no. God,
Don't
no.
want
I
that
saw
to happen.
people saying Ritter. I'm not even kidding.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God,
this.
please.
I said
Oh
we're down
Lord.
bad. No, I literally saw people say like suggesting that for real, like saying why not? I mean, like he's already familiar with your organization, and he's just sitting on a couch somewhere. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
DSGB Hall said, Jack, what about bringing Justin Fields back home to
Oh,
Georgia?
wow.
Is he going to Georgia? Like with Kirby?
Oh, wow.
Is that where he's going?
Oh, wow.
That's not a stopgap. Justin Fields wouldn't be your stopgap. You know these fans in Atlanta. You already know they're gonna be talking. Oh yeah, get him out there, dog. Get him out there. We're talking stopgap. We're talking somebody that can at least Jacoby Brissett would be a good choice if he wants to go because Jacoby Brissett would know what when Penix comes back. Now it's my time to go back to the bench. Even if I'm playing well, I'm a backup quarterback at heart. But then you have some of these guys that's like, they're in the game to be in the game. They don't want to be taken out. Hey, man, I got a problem if you bench me and all this. Mac Jones kind of feels that moment right now with San Francisco. At one point, Mac Jones was a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Mac Jones, people talking about Zach Wilson. No, we're not talking about no Zach Wilson.
Oh my gosh.
But there's some teams out there that you can look at and say, Cooper Rush, maybe? Can Cooper Rush do it? Nah. But I guarantee you this, regardless if it's Raheem or a new head coach, I'm not sitting there in June and July with installments in my hand, working with players, practice, open the public training camp, and I'm sitting out there looking on the side and my QB1 is not out here. We have a game in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to get somebody ready. And I see fans in the chat. Is it Easton Stick? Maybe that's what the Kyle Trask signing is for going forward. Trey Lance, we're not doing the Trey Lance stuff. I think Jacoby Brissett is your best target, unless, like what somebody told us this morning, T-Will, you get to that draft, somebody falls to you on day 2, and you decide, hey, you know what? This could be our guy. Maybe they make that decision. But like A1 said, you're doing this shit all over again.
Mm-hmm.
You're recycling all over again. The same process again. So what would it be with a rookie quarterback coming there with a guy who's hasn't even finished his whole first full season? He's damn near like a rookie coming back himself.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
We got to look at the bigger picture. Maybe it could be a Jacoby Brissett. Maybe it could be a Mac Jones. But the list, Carrie, you saw the list the other day, is very thin of quarterbacks who could be here in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And we
I
need to
think
be
it'd be smarter, honestly, to take somebody like a Mac Jones, like somebody with more upside, just because, Penix injury is such an unknown that you don't know. Previously when he had his ACL torn in his right knee, he came back, that was last 2020. That was before Washington. That was when he was at his first college. So he came back and, played very well at a high level after that. So he shows that he can come back from that, but you don't know he's going to come back and do the same thing again. So it would make sense to try to also get somebody with who's still young as well.
I think we got to start from the top. It's going to go from general manager, head coach. What do these guys want? I know the fans want some play. Hey, go get this guy. Go get this guy.
Well,
that's what the fans want.
Well,
what is Raheem going to say about this next year? He might look at it and say, "No, we bringing back Kurt."
No, I'm sorry, but Kirk is not going to be back. I would bet money on that. There's absolutely no way. Right now, next year, we're sitting at $4 million in cap space because of Kirk Cousins. So we have to cut Kirk, whether they like it or not. There's just absolutely no way he's going to be on the contract on the books next year. I mean, it was a 2-year deal essentially with an out after the 2 years because it was essentially supposed to be Penix starting after the 2 years. So that was the whole plan. So Penix wasn't supposed to start till 2027 season. So that being said, he's gonna be out here because it saves you at least $22 million if you cut him post June, or at least have a designation to cut him post June 1. So we need that $22 million. And there's going to be a few other players that get cut or traded that people aren't going to like a Jesse Bates could be traded. Darnell Mooney, I think he'll be cut as well because cutting him will save $10 million. So this team is going to look very different next year. I'm letting you know that much.
Andy Jennings in the chat. What about if we get a take on Davis Mills? Dude is better than anyone we put on the field the last 4 years. Davis Mills, where is Davis at? Remember he was in Houston.
He's in
at one time.
Houston. I'm watching
tonight.
him tonight. He's missed some targets. I mean, he's okay. You know, he's not.
He's a pocket passing guy, right?
Yeah, he's not terrible, but you know, give me Mac Jones.
I think he has 1 year left on his deal, so you'd have to trade for him. It's just like Jacoby Brissett, you'd have to trade something for him. But
what about riding with Easton Stick until Penix gets healthy? Wouldn't have to spend money for a stopgap. Plus, Easton Stick did decent during the offseason with Blair and Nash. Well, guess what? Both of those wide receivers ain't playing anyway. So that's Craig.
That's Craig, or that's Walmart.
Matter of fact, hold on. I'm sorry, Carrie.
Wow.
Hey, Craig, you can head to the house now, bro. You don't have to be.
Oh, wow.
Look at the picture. Look at the picture.
What is that?
It's Raheem
Is that Raheem working at the Walgreens?
At a pharmacy store. You know, Craig has a sense of humor. You know, Craig has.
Oh my goodness. I didn't see he changed his picture. That's hilarious. So my answer to that is that's never gonna happen, because if you put Easton Stick out there, who respectfully is a QB3 or practice squad guy, no upside, like, you're telling your fans that you're tanking for 2027 draft. The Arthur Blank, he needs to sell tickets and put fans in the stands, and yeah, that's not going to happen if you go into the season and say, yep, Easton Stick is our guy. So
Carrie,
you have to get a stopgap guy. Yes.
The tough part about that, what you just said, and I agree with you, fans looking at next year thinking, I have to pay this $10,000 PSL in February. Who's my starting quarterback? That's the tough part for some of these fans, Kerry. That they know that PSL payment is due coming up. And it's not even just about, oh, I'm a fan. I'm always a fan. You got some of them people that's like, nope. You can't sell me what's happening downtown. All right, World Cup is coming. Cool, that's perfectly fine. But you can't sell me this team with no starting quarterback. You can't sell me this team, for some fans, without that. Man, in this situation, T. Will, I hate to say it, some fans are looking at that number 8 pick right now, or that number 9 pick, like, we gave that up. That could have been our quarterback of the future.
Well, and let's pump the brakes. So King Richie said it. We didn't give up on Penix.
No, I think he's just asking the question: did we give up on Penix?
No, we didn't. We didn't. But King, we're just talking about what do we do as a stopgap next year. Let's say Penix is out for 12 months, right? So nobody's giving up on Penix. I don't think we should. I agree. And look, sometimes you take chances and you lose. I'm okay with the fact that we don't have a first round pick. Me personally, number one, because you went and got JPJ, and as far as I'm concerned, JPJ is balling. So Falcons have 33 sacks. They've never. I'm sorry.
It's been a while.
The only other time.
He's been here before during the Ritter era. He was here for a while.
The only other time. Okay.
The only other time we've had 33 sacks at this point in the season was 7 games was the Grits Blitz. Literally, it's only been done twice in Atlanta Falcons history. So JPJ is a part of that. I'm okay with it. I understand. To me, let's go get a stopgap quarterback, right? And if you don't have to use him the entire year next year, great, even better. But at least you got a plan. Let's cut Kirk. Okay, Easton Stick is your backup and your stopgap. And when Penix comes back, he comes back. Let's get a offensive coordinator with experience who can manage a game. Okay, let's sign Drake and let's go to war.
So I see what Joe is talking about in the chat. He said, y'all are banking on Penix coming back and starting. But if we have a new head coach, Penix is done. He's trash. I'm looking at the situation a little bit differently, Joey. because I'm not the head coach, because I don't make those decisions, I'm speaking from a fan perspective of what could possibly happen. Because there's different scenarios, right?
Right.
There's all different scenarios of, hey, go get Jacoby, go get Mac, go get this guy, go get that guy. And for me, it's more like, what is the head coach going to do? Are we getting a new head coach? Are we getting a new offensive coordinator and the head coach stays? Are we getting a new general manager and a new head coach? Like, I just
Hey, Jack, bring Kerry back up.
I'm trying to see why wouldn't it let.
You can't see it.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool.
Sorry
Yeah,
about that, guys.
No, it's
Okay.
cool. Like,
No,
why?
I'm over here forgetting that I wasn't up on the stands up here on the screen. I was like talking. No,
And you just backed out. I was
couldn't
like,
hear
oh,
me. My
Carrie's getting
bad.
ready to go whoop up on somebody. Oh, snap.
Yeah,
Let me be
Mike,
careful.
I'm sorry. Like, I have to, like, the Joey thing. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I don't know. I'm new to you, man. But, like, you're literally calling everybody trash. Every quarterback we're suggesting, and they're going to suggest Stetson Bennett. Come on now.
So that's what Buddy from 680 the fan mentioned. He told us to go sign Todd Monken as the head coach and then bring in Stetson Bennett, work this Georgia Falcon thing out. I
Was
see
that a
everybody has
joke?
their opinion.
Was that a joke? Like,
I mean,
No,
was
he
that
was
a joke?
serious. He
That's
was
what Buddy on the
serious.
radio
know
station.
what?
No, Buddy on the radio station said it this morning. He's like, that's what needs to
You
needs
know
to
what?
be.
I
That's
mean,
but that's
hey,
one opinion from a fan.
hey.
So even looking at the future, for me, I'm looking at the timeline. Like T. Will said earlier, we talked to 2 doctors this morning who are really good at their job.
Yeah.
And they both mentioned it's going to take some time to get back on that field for this young man.
Mm-hmm.
And even for that, he's not throwing a football in April, May, June, where you're running him out there open to the public camp July 23rd. That's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
And to get back into full recovery mode for this young man, it could be around you're hearing notifications or getting alerts that the end of preseason, he's probably going to be ready to go by week 5, week 6, maybe week 8, hopefully. So until then, we have to think of the future. And for me, I'm looking at what the head coach is going to do.
Hey, Jack, let me ask you a question. What Falcon has come back when we said they would? Let me ask you a question. Where's Troy Anderson? Oh, wait.
Does anybody know where Troy Anderson is? Is he still on the team?
I'll wait.
He's not going to be on the team next
No,
week.
hold on. Let me cook. Where's Storm Norton? Oh,
Hey,
okay. Mooney was day to day, right?
till we find out he has a broken collarbone.
Nobody comes back when they say they're coming back, Jack.
Right.
So if they say 9 months, you know what I say? A year. Nobody comes back when they say.
And I get what the Penix is still a rookie. First year, played 3 games. Second year, didn't finish the season. Third year, he's going into probably playing half of the season. If you have a new head coach, you look at what their a new head coach is not sitting over there like, I'm waiting for this. They have to make a move. They got to make a move.
You can't
they're
wait.
definitely going to make a move. They're definitely going to make the move. But in my opinion, he's still going to get his opportunity because from a logistics standpoint and from like financial standpoint, where the cap space and the lack of picks this team has, you have a rookie quarterback who only has 11 games under his belt, and he's on a rookie contract. They're going to still give him an opportunity, whether that be to compete for the starting job. He could just end up being the backup for all we know, but he's not dead, people. Like, he's alive. Like,
I agree.
He can
quickly. Social media has literally ticked me off the last couple of days because people acting like the guy died. Like, can we chill a little bit here? Like,
right.
Yes, he might not recover from it, but he also can, right? And he's definitely going to get an opportunity. There's no way they're going to just, even if they don't think he's the guy, they could still keep him as the backup. Like, he's still going to get his opportunity.
The way I'm looking at it.
Go ahead, Jack.
No, Timo, go ahead.
I think the detriment of social media is that it gives everybody a voice. And you're
7-3 with a quarterback getting injured. You talk a little different.
Yeah, but I guess
3-7 with a quarterback getting injured.
Number one, some people don't have control of their emotions.
Oh, and they're
You know what I
talking behind
mean?
the avatar too. You'll never see
They
them a day in their life.
and they just say whatever the first thing that comes to mind, and there's really no coherent thought behind. Like I heard somebody, oh, sell the team. Shut up.
Yeah, somebody
Shut
told them. Somebody said the other day on Facebook they need to move the team out of Atlanta
to
Like, for
Columbus,
what?
right? And I'm like, shut up, just shut up, right? But my point is that social media gives an audience to people that it really shouldn't, right? So half of these opinions shouldn't even be considered, right? Look it. I'm sorry, people. Penix is the number 1 pick. He was the number 8 pick. He's not going anywhere, and nor should he, right? And nor it would be irresponsible to go and draft another one. It would. You got too many other needs. You need a second wide receiver. That is a need. You need another linebacker. You need a cornerback number 2.
You might need another safety.
Kyle Pitts.
You might need another safety too.
You might need another safety. You may need to replace Kyle Pitts. You'll probably have to replace Tyler Algier. We don't have time to play these games. Okay? So put your big boy pants on, people. Let's go get a serviceable quarterback that can sit in here for 1 to 2 to 3 years. And if you want to make it a competition, that's fine. But we have too many other needs to play these games. Too many. It is pure D silliness to be like, oh, well, we're going to do this and go and get another. Penix isn't a bad quarterback. You've had a bad offensive coordinator. We don't know what Penix is. We honestly don't know what Penix is. And has he been perfect? No. But Matt Ryan wasn't perfect in his first. Do you guys realize that for the first year and a half of Matt Ryan's career, he threw to one side of the field? I'm being serious right now, right? But the difference is Matt Ryan had a running game. Matt Ryan had a real offensive coordinator. It makes a difference. It makes a difference. And when you don't know football, it's easy to say stuff like, this guy's trash, because you're saying it devoid of context. And context, like life, is very important in football. If you do not have an offensive coordinator, and you don't have a quarterbacks coach, hell yeah, you're going to get up in a conference and say, well, I just called my girlfriend. He ain't lying. No lies were told.
Like I was saying too as well, T-Will, and I definitely agree with your point there. If we have Raheem even has to go look at who the quarterback starting week 1 is. He's probably not even going to be sitting there waiting until week 3, week 4, week 5 until the pending situation. We got to play football. If you have a new head coach, he's going to be doing the same exact thing.
He's going to have to.
There's so much going on. Is there going to be a new general manager? Is there going to be Terry gone and Raheem here? Terry gone and Raheem gone. Raheem stay. Like it's going to be a new OC. Like, is Zach Robinson still going to be here? Like, there's so much to go over. We got to take it one day at a time.
Yes.
Because if we continue to do this tomorrow, you're going to ask me the same question. Jack, who's going to be the starting quarterback next year? We talked about it on the show last night. We don't know.
We don't know.
Let's wait until, honestly, I hate to say it, we got to wait until mid-February. We got to wait until March. We got to wait until the Falcons make an announcement that says Raheem Morris will be the head coach next year of the Atlanta Falcons. Then we can start predicting some things.
Mm-hmm.
Or the Falcons have released Raheem Morris on X, Y, and Z terms. Boom. Then we can start making predictions of the new head coach.
Yeah.
But right now, we're throwing out a lot of opinions and a lot of different scenarios because our starting quarterback is going to be out for some time. So who's the next best interest? Don't forget, we still have a couple quarterbacks. I see you, Kerry. They still have a couple quarterbacks, like Kerry mentioned, who might end up hitting the free agency pool later on this year. What we see right now is what we're talking about. Mac Jones, the Kyler Murray situation, the Jacoby Brissett situation, Jameis Winston. If that's the 4 options right there, if you guys just say Jack Spade, those are the 4 options we have right now. Give me Mac Jones.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Give me Mac Jones. But what other NFL team right there in the NFL is going to say, Mac Jones going to the Falcons? No, we want in on this too. We saw what Mac Jones did in San Francisco. We want in on this too. It's not just going to randomly say, oh, Mac Jones is going to end up in the Falcons because we as Falcon fans said it. Other teams will probably look at the 49ers like, Mac Jones looking like how you did coming out of Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
So I know Falcon fans might want that stopgap guy. You might get Ryan flipping Tannehill next year. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Oh God.
But
Please.
let's take it one day at a time.
Yeah.
And let's look at who is going to be the head coach. Is the general manager staying in the building? Who is the offensive coordinator next year? What is the full timeline of Michael Penix next year?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a lot of things to throw out there before we can make a decision and say this guy is going to be the quarterback. And right now, we're just arguing, not arguing like this, like we're getting ready, start fighting. We're just arguing and throwing different opinions out of just people that we don't know at the time.
Yeah.
We do not know who is going to be in any one of these positions next year.
Mm-hmm.
If you find out at the end of the season on January 6th or when the last game is, the day after, remember, what's it called? Black Monday?
Mm-hmm.
If you find out that Monday that the Falcons are keeping Raheem Morris, y'all going to be up in arms on that Wednesday podcast. Y'all going to be going crazy up in here. The Falcons did what? Y'all ain't even talking about Penix. The Falcons did what? We kept Raheem for what? Jack Spade, what did they do? Why did they do this?
Yeah.
And then we can start playing out what's going to happen. But we don't know. If we find out that in February, Michael Penix's timeline is going to be rushed and he'll be back early July, maybe August. Hey, maybe that's a different story. But right now, we're just trying to throw opinions out. And I don't want nobody in here arguing or going at each other and all this because we're not the coaches. We're not the coaching staff. We're not the organization. We are one time for the fan.
Yep.
And we love this team. But we got to keep it real. I do not know who the head coach is next year. And if a new head coach comes in and he wants to change up the game plan, that's what he wants to do.
Yep.
If a new general manager comes in here and says, I'm picking my new head coach, that's what they want to do. If they got to get an OC next year and the OC says, nah, we're going to more single back, we're going to more I form, we're going to more strong eye, we're going to more in the huddle, going to take snaps under center type of role.
Mm-hmm.
That might not be a Penix thing. We saw him in this pistol, in the shotgun. Maybe we got to just wait and see. Mm-hmm. That's the best thing I can say. So, no, I'm not ruling out Penix. I'm not looking at, who's going to be the future of the Atlanta Falcons at this moment. I'm just looking at who the Falcons head coach will be next year, who the Falcons general manager will be next year, who the Falcons OC will be next year. But there's a couple guys on most of our list that we can probably say would be a good fit here in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. But guess what, William Amy? Not calling out William Amy. Guess what, A1 Forever? Guess what,
William.
Joey? Guess what, Eric Parker? Guess what, Iron Mike? I love Raheem. Guess what, DSGB Hall? Guess what, Tiffany Powell, D. Craig? Guess what, y'all? We just don't know. And we're going to go back and forth on the Wednesday show, the Thursday show, the Sunday show, the Tuesday show. And guess what? It's week 11 next week. We ain't gonna be doing this shit for the next 4 months, man. It's content. It's good shit.
Oh man.
But we need updates. And if we don't get no updates, the prediction just flies out the window. These opinions are just like Jack, shooting.
You'll get an update Black Monday.
We will get an update Black Monday. Or you know what? Raheem loses the next 2 games and it's a 7-game lose streak, and Raheem is fired, and the next thing you know, we'll talk about who the next head coach is and what do you think his scheme might be. I heard some fans this morning talk about, boy, get Mike McCarthy in here. Go get a new GM. You saw Berto.
Raheem, honestly.
Bam. You saw Berto put the post up today. Who could possibly be the new GM if Terry steps down? Just type of targets that could, better the Falcons. I think the dude from the Colts was on Berto's list. I think the dude from the Lions was on Berto's list. Yeah. Dude from the Rams was on Berto's list. So it's like all 3 teams that are having success right now.
But also, did you see D-Led tweeted out, he did some research and he said if the Falcons lose 2 more games, which unfortunately is pretty likely, they'll have 8 consecutive losing seasons for the second time in franchise history. They had 10 straight losing seasons from 1981 to 1990. My goodness, I'm so glad I didn't live through those times. I'm sorry for you, T. Will.
Some of the things that
That's why he laughed, because he's had 10 straight losing seasons, never mind 8.
Hey man, you live through it. You live through it. Go ahead, Jack. I'm sorry.
there were some things that he mentioned D led to as well. He mentioned something that I think we can talk about on the next podcast here. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to find it. Oh, Falcons coach Raheem Morris said the offseason plan at quarterback has to be revisited with the major injury to Michael Penix Jr. Listen to those
Yes.
words. The
They knew that.
off-season plan. Raheem
Well,
at 3-7 on a 5-game losing streak is banking that he will be back here
no,
next
he's
year.
not going to be
Well,
here
I mean,
until
it's got to be
Let's say it.
revisited whether he's
Falcons
here or not.
coach Raheem Morris said the off-season plan at QB has to be
What else
revisited.
is he supposed to say?
I mean, but that's going to be
He's not going to
revisited whether
say,
he's here or
well,
not.
That
Jack.
sounds like a
not
guy
be
who's
here,
real
but
buddy and knowing, hey, I'm back here next year for this one more shot.
no.
And if that
If
is,
Raheem is here, that's insanity. That's
Carrie,
like, we're doomed. I'm sorry.
Carrie, we love you.
Respectfully, Arthur Blank. No, respectfully, we don't want to win if
Carrie,
Raheem's
we
back.
love
I'm
you. But
sorry.
during that D-led
No.
presser, during that Raheem presser, D-led reporting, the 2 words that got me, off-season plan. Because he might know that he will be back next year. And if that's the case, what is Raheem Morris going to do? And even saying off-season plan at quarterback has to be revisited with the major injury.
Well, we say
This
he's a
man,
car salesman. That could be an assumptive close, Jack.
bro, he is. If he's
throwing it out there,
if he's planning on next season,
No.
then I'm telling you right now, he's probably
Hozo,
working
Raheem
up
has
something.
got to go.
Hey,
There's
hey,
no
you
way.
see that red balloon every time Pennywise show up. That's all I'm saying.
All I'm saying is, what has Raheem done to show that he deserves a 3rd year?
I tell you this. Want to know what he's done, Carrie?
Oh,
Want to
wow.
know what he's done, Carrie? T. Will. What did we mention at the beginning of the show? Buddy. It's not about what I've done. It's not about what I've done.
It's about who I know.
About who I know.
Yeah.
I forgot who told me that one time. No, I'm not even gonna say that's probably inappropriate, but yeah, you know how it
I'm
goes.
looking at it, and Eric Parker just put it right here in the chat. Where's Eric Parker? Every other coach had 3 losing seasons before they got fired. And D-led reporting, we have to look at the off-season plan. Just those
But
2
I don't
words
know
alone,
why you're
Falcon
taking-
fans.
Yeah, but why are you taking what he said right there so seriously when he says the most crazy-ish, and none of it comes to fruition?
He's got a good point there.
I mean, you can't trust anything he says. Literally, hey Siri, play Future. We don't trust you, because I don't trust
Oh
anything
my
you say,
gosh,
sir.
that's tough.
Yeah,
Falcon fans,
That
listen to
deserves
the
a
lyrics.
wow, Jack.
Falcon
Give
fans,
that woman her
Radio
wow.
Raheem,
you know what?
let
We
it
haven't
go.
done this podcast in a week. I totally forgot I got the wows.
She deserves a wow. Hey, Christy.
Yeah, hi, Christy. No, because seriously, tell me a time where he says something and you're like, wow, like, I believe that to be true.
Carrie said that
he's
shit's
gonna
so
do
calm.
that.
Yeah, I'm just.
wow.
This is the quiet
It's
storm with Carrie talking
crazy.
Falcon football, but one time for the fan. Did you guys believe Raheem Morris? He's press
No.
one.
Did you believe him? When's the last time
mean-
Raheem said anything and you were just like, wow?
Falcon fans, I gotta ask y'all a question.
Truly. Besides,
Falcon
we're
fans.
gonna outrun the South and we're not gonna pick in the top 10.
Falcon fans, let me ask y'all a question. D-Led reported. Andy Jennings in the chat. Shout out to Andy Jennings. D-Led reported. Raheem Morris said, we have to revisit the off-season plan about quarterback. Just hearing those words from Raheem, knowing that the buddy, remember that Heavyweights movie? Buddy. Remember the buddy system? Just hearing those words, Falcon fans, the off-season plan Do y'all think Raheem Morris is the head coach
No.
next year? I'm not talking about performance. I'm not talking about we're losing record. We're not making the playoffs. Hearing Raheem and that presser say, we have to look at the off-season plan for quarterback. That means he's already telling his coaching staff. He's telling the organization, this is what we have to do in the offseason. Some coaches already know they're already out the job. They start talking their way out the job. This man is planning his off-season plan right now at 3-7.
I don't think they've told him he's fired yet. So, I mean, he's going to talk like he still has the job.
Let's go to the chat.
Now he does. He's not getting fired till Black Monday, which I think Craig asked when that is. That is the Monday after the season ends. So if we play on Sunday, it's the Monday
That's
after.
the following day.
Yeah, so most teams are getting ready for the playoffs, and you're getting ready to fire your coach.
Look at Andy Jenny. He threw a little slick jab in there. Got to find a way. Remember that? We got to find a way.
It's find a way, man. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's
find a way, man.
Morris. It's find a way, man. Because he's going
Andy
to
Jennings.
find a way.
Got to find a way to make an off-season plan. Hey, Christy Lewis says nope. Joey said, knowing Arthur Blank, Raheem will be back in another losing season. Joey, come on, Joey. I'll give you that first line, Joey. Not another losing season, Joey. We can't do 9 in a row. Come on, Joey.
But
hey, Joey. Hey, Joey.
Did you also hear that?
Whoa. What's up with that? Whoa.
Guys.
Huh?
In that same press conference you're referring to with Raheem Morris, did you also see that he was talking about how that he admitted that he's a losing leader?
Right.
Like, that was shocking. I think he's seeing a little different side of him, because normally he just doesn't even think his ish stinks, but though his ish indeed does stink because he's a losing head coach record. He said,
Carrie, my question to you, why isn't Raheem fired at 3-7 with a 5-game losing streak?
Good question.
Buddy.
No, not necessarily, because it's not normal for a head coach to get fired in the middle of the season at this point, because only one coach has been fired so far.
A lot of fans in the chat talking Falcons football. The fans in the stands are great. Look here, Falcon fans.
You think he'll get fired after a 5-game losing streak? I don't think so.
I mean, this is pretty bad.
He didn't get fired after a 5-game losing streak last year. 4-game.
I mean, that was his first year, but the second year, I mean, you were 6-3 last year. Maybe Arthur Blank is looking at it like Raheem can get this team together. I know he can. I know this guy.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, if what you're saying is really true, Jack, I'm gonna put it bluntly, we're doomed, because then we're not serious about winning. If we're putting relationships, friendships before winning.
Oh, Carrie.
As a team that hasn't won in 8 years,
Carrie,
with the
you're talking about the Atlanta Falcons here. You're talking about the Atlanta Falcons here. You just named the head coaches who came in the building for the interview, and who did they go with? They went with the relationship and the friendship.
At what point is it insanity? Like, you're not going to learn your lesson? Like, you effed up majorly by hiring this man. Are you going to learn from this mistake or no?
I think learning from the mistake is for not me. Hey, not Jack Spaden said. Learning from the mistake is the Falcons saying, give Raheem up until the trade deadline next year.
That's crazy. That's another waste of a season.
And here's another thing.
Do you have faith in winning with Raheem? What has he shown you?
I'm just putting it out there
as a fan.
This is the one thing I'm looking at with Raheem. First year, defensive coordinator problems. We fixed that.
But because of who?
Jimmy Lake and Raheem Morris. He put that guy in that hot seat. But they got rid of Jimmy Lake. They got his boy Jeff Ulbrich. Second year, head coach, OC problems. It's still Raheem's fault. But OC problems, more so fans were leaning towards. Raheem's looking at the third year like, I'm going to go fix the OC now.
No, you need to also.
But you shouldn't have been there. You shouldn't have started with 2 first-time head coaches. Nah, bro.
Yeah.
That's Raheem's fault. And look, I love Raheem, but Raheem's got to go. Like, you can't, because you knew what you were doing, right? Raheem, you've been in this league 30 years. You know Gobs of people. You did this because you did this. And look, it's nothing wrong with taking a chance, but you're taking a chance with the franchise. You wasted 2 years. And let's be honest, football is not like any other sport. Okay? Regimes come and regimes go. Players come and players go. Opportunities come and they go. Raheem wasted 2 years
Look at really.
behind foolishness because he wanted to build an empire. Nah, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta
To your
go.
point, you will.
gotta go.
Again,
You gotta go.
Raheem put himself.
Is he
and
finished
his
building the
dreams over
empire?
winning.
He never started.
He doesn't even have. Oh my! This
What
he has a
empire?
losing record. How
Relly
can he
said
even
it's
start
going
an
to be a
empire?
riot. Better get ready.
Dude, I don't know. If Raheem is the head coach next year, I don't know what.
Jonathan Bell's in the
guys-
chat. Mr. Blank always gives his coaches 3 years at least before he fires them. Falcon fans,
I
I'm
don't
telling. Hey, look,
understand why you
I'm
guys
just.
think that things can't change. This
I-
man
I
keeps
know they
talking
can
about he wants
change.
to win,
But
and
there's
he's
that
getting
guy in the
older.
office that's looking like, Raheem, tell me what happened, baby. Tell me what happened. Oh, Mr. Blank. I told you the first year was the DC, baby. I told you it was the DC. We got rid of him. We got Jeff Albrecht, baby.
Why
But
is
tell
he
me what happened
Jamaican all of
second
a
year,
sudden?
Raheem. You promised me, Raheem. You promised me a winning season. It was that Zach Robinson, baby. I told you it was that Zach Robinson.
And then year 3, guess what? We still got the worst special teams in the league. And oh no, I forgot to fire Marquise as well. Oh no,
Hey,
I got the excuse, so I'm gonna get an extension now because
Hey.
I forgot about special teams.
But here's this. You also don't have that draft pick next year. But if you go into 2027 with a losing season and a new head coach, now he comes in and just changes everything. And he has that first round pick. So maybe they let Raheem rock this one out. I'm just saying, like, hey, look, Jack Spade ain't
Guys,
calling it like, hey,
I
Jack,
don't
you talking
know.
about you want Raheem here. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that through what we've seen with the organization, these coaches get 3 years in Atlanta. It might not
Dan
be the same
Quinn
in
got
Detroit.
you to a Super Bowl, dude. Like, I don't want to hear it.
And who
I'm
was on
sorry.
that staff?
Stop it.
Oh,
And who
you're
was
Pope.
on
Stop
that
You're
staff?
it.
Popey.
Stop it. You're
I'm
doing
saying
the
this in
most
regards
right
Raheem
to
the
now.
Dream.
I'm saying this in regards
You
to
are
Dan Quinn
doing the
getting
most right
fired.
now, sir. Stop
What
it.
has Raheem done in 2 years? If anything, he's failed miserably. Honestly, you want to talk about Arthur Smith got 3 years? Arthur Smith, we won one less game. We won one more game than with Arthur Smith with a worse roster.
He was also sitting in that room at that presser the other day. As soon as Raheem got off that stage, that's the way to talk to the people, Raheem. Give them hope. Give them hope, man. That's how you do it. We'll see you next season. Hey, look,
if
Falcon
Raheem's
fans, I'm
here,
just
dude, like, I don't know.
it's
I'm
crazy.
gonna have to
It's-
take a real look in the mirror before I spend a lot of hundreds and thousands of dollars next year.
Eric Parker, who's going to want to take over head coach without a quarterback and no first round pick to get one? 2027 is the year of the full rebuild if you want to go smack some people in the face.
A lot of people, Eric, a lot of first-time head coaches probably would because there's only 32 of these jobs out there, and that's a very rare opportunity. So if you get that chance, you'll take it, just like people take the jobs at terrible teams like the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. So that people will take the job will be taken. It won't be the most attractive job, but you also have a lot of talent on this team. And you can
Iron
make
Mike.
about 60, 70 million in cap space with a few moves like cutting Kirk. So
Iron Mike is in the chat saying they are 100% bringing Raheem back with a new offensive coordinator. We'll just leave it there as that because I know some fans want to talk more about Penix and all this other stuff, and that's what Falcon fans are dealing with right now. So I'm sure there's other fan bases watching and listening to the podcast like, look at the Falcons. They said that 2 quarterback stuff would work. Now look at them.
yeah, and guess what, Jack? We bring back Raheem for a 3rd year, they're going to be laughing at us even more.
That is true. But you know who's not going to be laughing? The dude who's cutting that check. Okay, he's going to be able to like, come on, buddy. I brought the limo back out. Remember the limo? I brought the limo back out. So that's the tough part.
5-13, and everybody likes to bring up 6-3. We're 5-13 since then. That was a whole season ago. 18
It's tough.
games ago.
It's tough, but knowing how these Falcons do it, it's not even just hey, buddy system. It's like they're giving coaches 3 years here in Atlanta
Well, then we're not
to shape
serious.
it.
I'm sorry.
Now he could
You
pull that Pennywise next year, and you could see that red balloon. But I'm looking at it right now, thinking this man's going to be back at the head coaching spot next year, regardless of
I
this,
just
what
don't
this
see
record
it.
is.
I don't see it. I understand the sentiment of every coach gets 3 years, but at what point do you, at the end of the year, look at back and say, okay, let's look at the situation here. How did the season in review go? Let's do the season in review. How did you do? Did you grow as a head coach from year 1 to year 2? Did you win more games? Did players do well under you? Did you call timeouts? Did you manage games better? Did you manage injuries better?
Kerry,
Did you win us more games? Did you get
remember,
us to the playoffs?
there's car salesmen out here selling used cars with bad alternators, and people still
And
buy
I
them.
don't buy them, so
Kerry said, "Not me. I ain't jumping in
not
that
me.
car."
I'm not falling for that BS.
Kerry,
and
there's somebody on the
I'm
west side of
sad.
Atlanta right now with $4,000 in their pocket, finna go buy that Buick Regal, that '97, knowing that they got 200,000 miles on it.
And to
But they
Craig's
like
point,
the
stadium will
person
be
that's giving them
empty.
the deal.
People are not going to want to show. It's going to be affecting Mr. Blank's pockets, and I don't think he'll like that. People are, I mean, I'm going to do a poll actually on Twitter tomorrow and see how many people would like to see the head coach be Raheem Morris next year. I guarantee you he's lost
So
90% of the
I can
fan
understand
base.
where that poll is going to go, especially with the fans reacting right now during this season. Maybe you should change it up and put, do you think Raheem Morris will be back next year? Not, do you want Raheem
I'll
Morris
do
back
both.
next
Do
year?
you want and do you think?
Right. Because some people are going to look at it and say, hey, you see what Relly talking about? Money's been made. Stadium's paid for. It's just about getting them $2 hot dogs and them $5 nachos. But somebody else just made a good point in the chat. Christy Lewis. Where's Christy Lewis? Good friend Christy Lewis. Where's she at? Oh, but he failed as a head coach at making game-related decisions that cost us games as well. And then she also said in the chat that she's been heading to New Orleans tomorrow, just like me. And I got to get up in a couple hours to get some to get on the road. So we got to go ahead and cut this podcast. But one thing I will do for all you Falcon fans, big shout out to Yuri in the chat. Happy belated birthday to Yuri, y'all.
Happy birthday, Yuri.
Hey, just drop some
belated.
happy birthdays in the chat to this guy right here, Yuri. He's a diehard Atlanta Falcon fan, Hawks fan, everything Georgia, everything Atlanta.
Shout out to him, man. Happy birthday.
Hey,
he's
and
going
don't
through it.
forget, wait, don't forget T. Will. T. Will's birthday was Monday.
Hold on now. I was just getting
Shout
ready to get to that now.
Hey, let's
That
not
boy
do that.
Scorpio season's in full effect. Drop some happy
Yeah,
birthday love
for
in the
real,
chat for
though.
Yuri.
Shout
Drop
out to
some happy-
Yuri, though. He
Shout
said
out
he
to
knows.
Yuri. Happy
Not
birthday,
only
brother.
does he support every Atlanta sports team, he also knows how to eat a proper steak. And he
All right,
dropped
Kerry,
a
that's enough.
fire
That's it.
video where he said, hey, ho, ho, Raheem Morris,
Raheem's
I
gotta
got to
go.
go.
He said,
Shout
he
out to
said he
Yuri,
knows how to
man.
eat a proper steak. Wow.
He
Look.
does. Shout out to
Wow.
him.
Okay.
You
Hey,
got
shout out to you, Yuri, Scorpio brother. I appreciate it, man.
In the
appreciate
chat, Talking Falcons. This what it's all about. Iron Mike's in the chat. Kirk finna rattle off 4 straight wins and save Raheem's job.
Oh, no, that's coping.
Raheem is in Kirk's ear. Hey, you know that bad play you've been given? Hey, now it's time to turn it up a little bit. Look, I say this. Happy belated birthday to my boy T. Will, man. So fans in the chat,
Thank you.
Give a big happy birthday shout
Thank
out
you.
to T. Will, former
Thank
ATL
you.
Sports, one time for the fan.
Thank
Also
you.
give a happy belated birthday shout out to Yuri too as well. Scorpio season's in full effect. We don't care about no other season than Scorpio season. So you already know.
Best season on the planet. Best season ever. What?
That's what it's all about. Now, see, did the Bills lose?
Yes, they did.
So the Bills lost. Let me check my sleeper app because I'm getting ready for the playoffs over here.
So what about the Hawks?
They lost.
Hawks lost to the Spurs. Yeah, they lost to the Spurs.
And I made no stinking money.
Wait, Josh Allen only gave me 10 points?
Thank you, Christy.
2 interceptions for Josh Allen?
Yeah, man, he kind of sucked tonight.
I'm playing Smitty? Are you kidding me? All right, time to crank it up a notch. I gotta go ahead and get my change up my team. But yeah, Falcon fans, I'm in New Orleans tomorrow. You can check out a lot of what's going on in New Orleans. If you're on Instagram, follow the IG. Look, follow the IG right there. Be posting from the Instagram page this weekend down there in New Orleans. It's going to be a great time, regardless. However, the Falcons do whatever they do, because I'm out there. Like, I love being out there. Like, it's a vibe when you're out there in New Orleans. This place don't sleep. Nah, I know we hate the Saints, but from the food to the entertainment to the gambling, shopping, hanging out, partying, it's all day.
It just
So
smells bad, but as long as you plug your
it does
nose, the
have
food
a
is good.
crazy little smell to it. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, especially down there in Bourbon Street, got a crazy little
It
smell.
does. It smells so bad. I'm over here trying to get my beignets, and I'm like plugging my nose trying to eat them.
Yeah, Carrie's definitely right about that. I mean, if you're not plugging your nose, you're definitely walking around with the
Weird. Why does it smell so bad? It's just
Stinky
trash
Town.
everywhere.
They
Yeah.
call it Stinky Town.
It's real deal Stinky Town. And there's a behind the scenes to it. I talked to some people about it. Don't want to mention too much on the podcast about it. But there's another reason behind it. I'll tell y'all off the air. But
Oh.
Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button for one time for the fan, because this is a great show tonight. We had a lot of new people in the chat too as well. So if you want to head over to YouTube and hit that subscribe too as well, it goes a long way, because we're out here just representing the fan base the best way we can. And even having this conversation with who's the quarterback, who's the head coach, who's the OC, who's the running back, we're still Falcon fans. Everybody in this chat is still Falcon fans. So I really appreciate y'all for being here tonight for almost 2 hours. And we'll be back talking more Falcons football. Our Sunday shows at 8, Wednesday shows at 8, Friday morning shows, which is not going to be on tomorrow because I'm going to be down there in New Orleans. But you see the IG, go ahead and follow the IG one time for the fan. We're going to be live and lit, having a good time. So I definitely want to say thank you all once again for tuning in tonight on the pop-up show. It's really a pop-up show because it's not even our night to talk Falcons football. But the fan base has just been going through it, and we're having our private podcast that we have amongst each other where we talk for like an hour or so. And it's like, man, we got to get out here and talk some Falcons football. So it was great, but I'm taking the podcast with me down in New Orleans. So expect the shows, expect a pop-up show sometime in New Orleans. William Amy said, be careful in New Orleans. I'm praying, Father God, protect him. New Orleans ain't really even like that. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to, what they got going on. Like when you get to the French Quarter area, them folks out there, they already know that it's a football game and it's Falcon Saints. But they give us the utmost respect. Now, when it gets to Sunday and you get in that stadium, there's a little chirping going on. But when you're walking through the quarter, heading to the mall, heading to like the casinos and shit, they ain't doing nothing tonight. They ain't doing nothing to you like that. Everybody's good. But I know what you're talking about.
Trip talking about best backup in the league, and Kirk's gonna go off all of a sudden. Like, thank you for the laughs.
I told T Will I'm taking Kirk over 225. That's my prop. That's my money line prop for Sunday. Kirk over 225.
Donation.
This is Kirk's resume game. This is Kirk to show other teams like, hey, I still got it.
We said that against Miami, and look what he did.
That's tough.
Ouch.
That's tough. That was my birthday too as well.
That was tough, but I mean, it's the truth. Remember, we all said like, "Oh yeah, let's see what he can do," and he literally looks so bad.
Hey,
that's all I know. But
I know it's time for these shout outs, and
he said, "I know it's time for the shout out."
I said that it's gonna hit. I wish.
Let's get this W. Big shout out to Cass in the chat. She said good night. Cass said good night. Let's bring that W home. Let's bring that W home right here. So Falcon fans in the chat, drop a rise up in the chat. Like we've been doing this, after the show, getting ready to close it out. Just drop a rise up in the chat. I know you guys represent the Falcons. I know you guys are out here 24/7 with this team. We all had a good conversation tonight. Everybody stated their opinions. You saw the comments on the screen, questions and everything being asked. Just drop a rise up in the chat. You see Chrissy Lewis, she's already on it. She ain't playing. This is what it's all about at the end of the day. Eric Parker's in the chat with the rise up. Just drop a rise up in the chat, man. William Amy with the rise up. Relly in the chat with the rise up. Got my boy T Will in the chat with the rise up. Cass in the chat with the rise up. That's what I'm talking about, man. Michael, you jumped in at the end. Just drop a rise up, Mike. Mike, just drop a rise
What
up.
up, Island Mike?
Island Mike is
man.
Island Mike one in the chat.
Island Mike, man. What up, Yuri?
Yuri in the chat with the rise up. So if you're watching the show, if you're listening to the show, just drop a rise up, man. If you had a good time talking Falcons football with us tonight. That boy said fire, Rod, and Zach. We say rise up, Craig. God damn it, Craig. Matter of fact, it's midnight. Cut the damn lawnmower off, man. My neighbor's gonna get mad as hell.
That was Craig's autocorrect.
Hey, look at Joey. Joey came in here mad as hell at this team, and he's still dropping rise ups in the chat. They go Craig with the rise up. There we go. So Falcon fans, you still listening, you still watching, drop a rise up, man, because that's what it's all about. I know you guys had a good time talking Falcons football. Let's get to these shout outs so we can get up out of here. Miss Carrie, baby. What you got for us tonight?
Just beat the Aints, man. This week has been so terrible. It's been so draining. These Atlanta Falcons. This Mr. Raheem Morris. I don't even know your middle name, so I can't even call you by your government, but
it's the dream.
It's the nightmare. It's the nightmare.
It's the dream. It's Raheem the dream.
It's Raheem
the nightmare.
The third year term. Raheem. Dream.
Raheem the dream.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
You don't see it?
I don't. I mean, if it happens to like another losing season, like miss playoffs after all these promises again, no growth as a head coach, like completely missed on both your coordinators, technically all three, because you kept Marquise, and that's been honestly, special teams has been bad, and I'm not just talking about the kicker. So, but I say all that to say, Cousins is wearing capris. If we lose against the Aints, do you believe Raheem is fired? No, I think he'll get fired Black Monday.
Buddy.
So, I think after the season's officially over, that's when he'll be gone. He'll be out. He's gonna win next season, not with us. Maybe as a assistant somewhere. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know if you guys really believe this or you're just like hopeful. I'm not sure, but regardless, hopefully you're right, because if he truly is here, I mean, obviously I want my Falcons to win no matter what, but it's gonna be real hard to swallow that pill. I'm just saying, but say all that to say, just beat the New Orleans Saints, man. If all else fails, at least beat the Aints, because
Carrie can't even enjoy hate week right now.
I can't, because all this drama that, Raheem the Nightmare Morris has put upon my franchise and my Falcons and our Falcons here, man. All this turmoil, a lot of it all goes back to him. So I say all that to say, just beat the Aints, because you lose to the New Orleans Saints on Sunday, you're last of the division. You're literally going backwards. You're last, right?
I think you're like, you're the second worst team in the NFL at that point? Third worst team in the NFL? If you lose Sunday?
That's bad. And I'm sorry, that's a fireable offense in itself. We have much better roster than the New Orleans Saints. There's just no reason you should have a worse record than the Aints. I'm sorry. But then again,
Carrie's passionate about her team. She literally turned her shout out into another segment. Now fans are in the chat
I'm sorry. It's just crazy. I can't believe you guys are all saying that Raheem's gonna be here next year. I can't sell myself on it. Like, it's just.
I didn't say I wanted him here though. I'm just going off of what I'm seeing.
All I know
from
is
buddy system.
We lost to the Carolina Panthers 30-0.
Should have been fired right there.
We suffered 4 blowout losses in not even 2 full seasons under Raheem already, and 2 4+ game losing streaks under Raheem in 2 seasons. That's bad. So, if you guys didn't already know, I think he should take his millions and, find a new place to live, maybe in New Jersey or something. That's where he's from. But I don't know. I wish him well, but I just don't think he's the guy to lead our beloved Atlanta Falcons to the promised land, unfortunately. So,
Well, that was great, Carrie.
but yeah,
Where can
shout
we
out to you
find you on
guys.
social
Shout out
media,
to
though?
everyone in the chat. Yeah, you can't find me on social media. You find me here, just hoping the Falcons could beat the Aints and trying to survive this disappointment of a season. My goodness. Yeah, we're paying 3 head coaches. I mean, this owner, he forks out money left and right. What's paying a
He's got
couple
money,
million?
being
He's got money.
Dallas.
If you didn't know, he
Boy
just
got his own money,
announced
Jack.
that we
He
now
got his
have a
own money.
women's soccer team. You know how much money that cost? Yeah, that's not cheap to start a franchise. So he's got
I
money.
wouldn't be surprised if he has his hand in that hockey team coming here too as well.
I mean, so I don't know. You can't rule it out that he's not going to be here because it's been truly an ultimate failure.
Right.
I mean, I don't. At
Carrie,
least if we
Carrie,
would have had growth from last year this year, but we're literally going backwards.
you see when we mention Raheem as the head coach, Carrie she gets into it. She's ready to get this guy
Triggered.
out of here.
She's triggered.
Because Eric's
It's
over
not.
here telling me we're not going in. He's not going nowhere. Like,
Hey,
that's just insanity to keep this guy. I'm sorry.
he gives coaches 3 years before he gets them up out the door. He's going to use the first year was the OC, second year was the DC. Oh no, first year was the DC, second year was the OC. Just give me one more shot, Art. That's what he probably calls him, Art. Give me one more shot, Art.
Give me just a little more time.
Okay, and then jacket too. When we lose next year, because
we're
it
going
will
to
happen.
2027 with a first round
What's
pick,
gonna
a
happen?
new head coach, new coaching staff, new general manager probably. Now the thing about it is Terry going to be here next year? Does a new general manager come in and say, "Oh, I want Raheem here"? So there's a lot of questions, man. A lot of questions to be answered. I think we should just play it out and just wait until that time comes. But then again, if Raheem gets fired this season and there's a new head coach, you're not going to come back to one time for the fan and say, "I told you so," because we didn't point fingers and say we wanted Raheem.
So.
No, we didn't want Raheem. Like, okay, if you want me to go off of it right here, do I want Raheem here next season? No. I'm not the organization, though.
You heard it here first, people.
I'm not the organization. But I'm looking at the buddy system.
Buddy.
Sometimes those relationships and friendships are playing more than the record. Because some people are saying, "Bro, you're 3-7 on the 5-game losing streak. Just let him go now. What is the point? It's the second year. It didn't work the first year. It didn't work the second year.
3 and
for
13.
Some strange reason, he is still the head coach. And it's just like at this point, we'll just have to wait and see, because there's still games left to play in the season. And then when Black Monday comes, if he's not fired in, but like I said about the whole Penix thing too earlier, there's a lot of opinions being tossed around. Let's just wait for updates.
He's already losing the locker room. There's no way you can keep him.
We just wait for the updates from the Atlanta Falcons before we can put a hat on it, before we can put all of our eggs in one basket. Let's wait for the Falcons to put out news that Raheem, they can have all these reports about, hey, Raheem, what do you think about your job, security next year, and this, that, and the third. He ain't fired right now. So let's just wait and see what the news is. Because if any news comes out that the Falcons are keeping Raheem Morris next year, y'all finna go riot. I'm just waiting for y'all to break down a couple windows so I can get in the store. I ain't finna break the goddamn window.
Jack, how do you keep a head coach that literally stood up in front of everyone and said, "My leadership is not good. We've lost 5 games in a row, and there's no such thing as a losing team. There's a losing leader."
Because in that same conference, he went back and said, "We have to look at the off-season plan."
Because they said, "What's the plan for the quarterback?" What? I don't get why you say that, because what is he supposed to say? Well, they're gonna look at the plan. Like, obviously, he's gonna talk like it's still his job because currently it is.
I think he's talking like it's still his job because he might know that he still has the job. A used
As a
car
mask,
salesman
you
can
gotta.
sell a car to anybody. It's like selling salt to a
You
slug.
can't keep him, man. He's already losing the locker room. I'm sorry. You can't. These players are not stupid, and they're saying stuff like, "I run the routes I'm given." I mean, they already know last year. You saw this year Jesse Bates throwing shots at Jimmy Lake's defense. He's done it all season when he's interviewed. When he says that defense, you don't even name drop Jimmy Lake. He knows that DC was terrible. Everybody looked terrible under him. Okay? So they know that. And then this year, they see the outcries from national media about the predictable offense and how bad the offense is because of the offensive coordinator. These players are not stupid. They hear social media, they see national media, and they're not stupid, like I said. So they're gonna see, okay, last year it was the DC, this year it's the OC. Well, who brought them here? Okay, and who's the guy that keeps telling us, oh, we gotta find a way every freaking week. We gotta find a way.
It's find a way, man.
I'm sorry,
Let's
at what point is that like that's old? They're not gonna believe in you
It's
anymore.
find a way, man.
You're that's on Zach. No, that's not just on Zach. That's the guy that's his boss. The guy that picked him to be here.
we
That's
just
the guy that
turned
that's we're 3 and uh we've won 5-13 in the last 18 games.
Carrie just turned the shout out
You
into the
can't.
Fire Raheem Morris segment.
Yeah,
So
I'm
I must
sorry.
give a
There's
shout
just
out to
no
that.
way you could keep
That's a
him.
shout out.
How will the players believe in him at this point?
At this point, Carrie,
Truly.
I'm just waiting for updates for the Atlanta Falcons to say this guy's going to be the coach and this guy's not going to be the coach. That will give me some more, evaluation as to who's going to be the quarterback, how they're going to move, how the draft's going to look. But right now, I'm just taking it day by day because I know we got to have another podcast this weekend and a podcast next week and the week after. And if he's still the head coach here after whatever happens, fans are in the chat giving their opinions, and one time for the fan is what they're here for. I mean, we can talk about it all day. That's why this podcast is from the fan and it's for the fan, and I enjoy this. And that's why we wanted to go live tonight. But for the fans in the chat, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Big Little Country said, what's crazy is that I've paid all the bills for the month, and now it's time to pay bills again, and we haven't won since. Oh, my God.
Dang.
That's tough. Hey, look, I'm about to make my way to the car. Craig, hopefully you gassed it up and watched it too as well.
Dang. Wow.
But I got to make my way to the car.
Wow.
I got this suitcase. I'm finna load up.
Is it full of money? Is it a suitcase full of money? Did you pull a cape?
God, don't say it on the podcast, T. Will. Jesus Christ, there's a casino down there. You can have these people looking like, yeah, one time for me too. Yeah, you gotta be careful. But I'm on the road to New Orleans in less than 4 hours. Did you lose the big country again in golf? Island Mike.
That was a villain mustache twirling laugh. Like
Island Mike. You don't say them things, Mike. You don't say them things, man. William made me
spoiled again.
Like that? Like he's from Puerto Rico, not Jamaica.
Who? Island Mike?
Not Gary calling you out on your accent. What?
With the
well, hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Puerto Rico. Hold on. Hold on. Hey Siri, can you call Berto? Shit. Like, I don't know. You call Bro Talk?
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Man, who let 21 Carry up in here tonight? I just want to know.
I did. But thanks for Carrie to join us here tonight. It's always good to talk Falcons football.
We love Carrie, of course. She's family.
T. Will, let's get to your shout outs, man. Gotta find a way.
Find a way, man.
Hey, well, that's the title of the next podcast. We're gonna find a way.
We're gonna find a way. So hey, and to everybody who's joined, man, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. This was fun. Hopefully we can come back. Hey, can I get my own? It was my birthday week. Can I get my own? Please. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Jack. Hey, to all you fans out there, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. We know it got a little bit off the rails, but we still love you. We love our Falcons. You could have been anywhere in the world. We're thankful for that. Appreciate you. You can find me and Carrie at For My ATL Sports 1 on YouTube. You can also find me and Carrie here at One Time for the Fan. You can find Carrie at Twitter. You can find me
No,
everywhere.
you can't. You cannot find me at Twitter. You can't find me anywhere.
Carrie, come on. You want another 1,000 followers. You almost had like 20,000
It's
now.
21 Carrie today.
Not
Oh my
find me.
goodness. Last but not least, hey, thank God for sending all y'all in my path. Appreciate the birthday love online and here. Also, hey man, I want to thank God for waking me up. And last but not least, Mr. Jack Spade, Mr. Eric Parker. Thank y'all for giving my chance, man. Appreciate you. All right, Jack, back to you, sir.
Hey,
Eric,
Falcon
where do
fans,
you
hit
live?
that like. Where do you live?
That'll never get old.
What's your address? No, Falcon fans, hit that like, share,
What if
and
that guy
subscribe.
showed up like right here, right now?
I don't even. The problem is I don't even remember his username. So
Damn.
like, do you guys? We should have wrote it
No,
down because
I
I will
don't.
not know who the person
don't.
is.
He asked you one time on Twitter too, as well. Like, what's your address?
What's your address?
Falcon
I think
fans.
he was the same guy that went on Lowe's show and bashed the hell out of me. T-Will knows what he did to me. He knows.
Yes, because you blocked them.
Because he knows what he did to me. It was disrespectful.
Falcon
And
fans.
I'm going to find a way to get him. Damn it.
I'm gonna
Not
show
me,
up on
yeah.
another show he shows up on. That would get him. Look at Michael said, what car do you drive? What color is it?
Oh my!
Oh shit,
Oh,
that's
man.
crazy. Falcon
Oh,
fans, hit that
shit.
like, share, subscribe. What type of food do you like to eat, Carrie?
Crab legs. I love crab legs.
Oh, look. What side of the bed do you sleep on?
What?
What section are you sitting in when you go to the game in Tampa
I know,
Bay?
right? I know,
Oh
right?
my
You got them
goodness.
end zone seats.
I know. I
Falcon
should
fans,
have
hit
said
like.
that, right?
Oh shit! This is tough. Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button.
Oh, man.
It's been great talking Falcons football.
I
Look
know.
at Michael said,
No.
"Where do you work?"
Oh my
Oh,
No,
man.
but look at Craig's comment. That sucks. Seriously.
What's
What's
bad back when
that?
Carrie had a stalker? We had high expectations. And matter of fact,
That
when Carrie did have a stalker, we had a winning record. Where are you
We
at,
need to
Carrie?
bring him back. That's what it is, Carrie. It's your fault. We need to bring
Maybe
Carrie
he was
Stalker
the
back.
he was the good luck charm.
You work
I
first
will
shift or
take
second
one for
shift,
the
Carrie?
team, guys. I'll take one for the team, guys, and take the stalker back just so our Falcons can have a winning record. I would too. I'd deal with it.
Carrie, this is the podcast. Put your camera on.
That's right, Carrie. You got to stand by your man. The Falcons are your man. You got to do what you got to do. That's right, Carrie. I hear
Right.
you.
Right.
I hear you.
Hey, look,
Oh,
Falcon
my
fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Now I'm tearing up. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We live, we lit. Look, you going to New Orleans this weekend? I see some people in the chat say they're going to New Orleans too. Hit me up. Let's turn up. You know what I'm saying? I was about to say something about Saturday, but I'm not even dealing with that type of stuff no more. But if you guys are there Saturday and you guys are on Bourbon Street around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, there may be something happening. You didn't hear it from me, but just be prepared if it's going to happen. But Falcon fans, Michael, look at Michael said, Carrie, long hair or short hair, Carrie. Falcon fans, hit that
Are
like,
you going to
share.
be there at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, Carrie?
I changed my identity now.
Look, this is great, and this is what it's all about, talking Falcons football. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready. Got to make this trip down to New
The
Orleans.
trip. Carrie's going to
No.
have to wear wigs from now on.
Oh my gosh!
They said no marching band this year. No, I think they are doing the band. The band or what is it?
Remember, I'm not really
parade.
like, you know what I mean?
We're
I'm
not
not really-
telling you that
Right.
that's happening.
Right?
Oh,
But it might be. But we're not telling you that, Mike.
Yeah, you never know. You know, I will say, you know, shout out to the tour, shout out to the Rise Up tour. They're going strong. They're doing a lot. Hats off to them. But from what I'm hearing, it's possibly going to be something going down Saturday in New Orleans. Of course, you know, they got a whole bunch of events happening this weekend, tailgates and parties and stuff. but
That's awesome.
there might be something happening too as well on Saturday, other than my golf game. But hey, turn up. Y'all have a good time. Shout out to Kerry. Shout out to T Will. Shout out to Bodie 3000.
Rise up.
Chat was live. Chat was lit. We're doing the podcast.
Why
in
does
New
your
Orleans.
stalker voice sound like Batman the Dark Knight, Jack? That's what I want to know.
I mean, I get close to the mic.
Wearing hockey pads.
You get close to the mic. Kerry, what type of car do you drive? What type of gas do you put in? You gotta hit that like, share, and subscribe. Everybody here talk Falcons football. Look, Michael's getting he's getting some questions over here. What color your fingernails, not tar you?
What do you like to wear when it
5'5" and a
rains on
half. How
Wednesday?
tall are you?
Oh snap!
Oh shit!
Oh
Wait a
shit!
minute.
Sound like Michael's gonna send the DM. You talking to me?
Okay,
Wait a minute.
I had a feeling you was answering my questions in the
that's
chat.
creepy. Stop. Stop it.
Not too far from
I
Florida.
gotta log out now. He's too far.
Hey, look, we outside this weekend, man. New Orleans, man. Finna hold it down. Chat is live. Chat is lit. Of course, one time for the fan, from the fan, for the fan. Podcast going on this week. Pop-up show. Don't know. Hit that subscribe. You guys will find out. Craig said Kerry about to get a massive amount of DMs.
She already gets a massive amount of DMs.
It's 15,000 followers. But yeah, Falcon fans, y'all got to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We up out this thing. And just like what we always say at the end of the podcast, from Kerry, from T Will to myself, rise up, y'all.